Hello and welcome to the Inner Gamer episode 341. We are the video game source for you, the casual gamer. My name is Brayton Oski.
I'm Austin Morales.
And I'm Jason Hobbs.
Today on the Inner Gamer, we're going to be talking about Dying Light 2, Pokemon Legends Arceus, and Life is Strange True Colors.
And in our video game news, we're going to be discussing about Sony buys Bungie for $3.6 billion. That's right, 3.6. And also, The Wolf Among Us 2 looks great. Will it change up the formula at all? I don't know. Will it? And much more.
And for the topic of the show, we talk about open worlds, how they're broken, and how to fix it. Coming off of Dying Light 2, we have a lot of complaints, but a lot of things that it's done right. We look back at some of the other open worlds that we think did things right and did things wrong, and how we're going to fix them, and where we're going to go going forward in the future. So stay tuned and cue that music.
A lot of complaints.
It is February 15th, 2022. Welcome to the Inner Gamer podcast. Whether this is your first time or your 100th time, we thank you for listening. If you ever have any feedback, you can email us at hello@theinnergamer.net. And if you want to show even more support, you should consider donating or sharing this episode with a friend. You can visit theinnergamer.net/donate to contribute. Now, let's dive into the games we played, everybody.
Yeah.
Woo!
This is the most the uncommon beginning of the year I think we've ever seen.
What do you mean?
Where we have so many freaking games to play.
Dude, this was last year.
No, it wasn't.
Every year gets more and more games pushed to
I
the
feel like
front.
it's constantly on repeat.
No, not this much. Not this early, y'all.
You say this every year.
No.
Should
This
do a
is
montage of him saying it every year.
This is okay.
Guys,
all right. We're gonna go back in time to 2021, and I will tell you what came out at the beginning of last year. It was not near the same. Because we're about to talk about Dying Light 2, Pokemon Arceus, right?
Remember when God of War and Spider-Man came out in the same, a month apart? Holy shit.
But that was the end of the year. I'm talking about the beginning of the year.
It wasn't. That was the beginning of the year.
No, God of War was May. Spider-Man came out in, the fall. They were separated.
God of War did not come out in May.
Yeah, it did. It got delayed.
It did?
It came out in the first quarter of the year. Or, right at the...
It should have been.
There was two games that came out back to back, and I was like, "Fuck, I can't play the other one."
Yeah. So last year in January we had Hitman 3 and The Medium. In February we had Little Nightmares 2 and Bravely Default 2, and then in March we had It Takes Two and Monster Hunter Rise. So in the first 3 months we had It Takes Two hit. I mean, there wasn't a lot that we were hyped about, right? This year we have Dying Light 2, Pokemon Arceus, Elden Ring comes out next week, Horizon Forbidden West comes out next week. We're not even in March yet. This is all in fucking February, y'all.
All right, go back to 2021. Sorry, 2020.
Okay, 2020. All right, here we go.
And then 2019.
All right, I got you.
Then 2018.
All right, 2020.
1990.
In 2020, in January, we had Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Oh, yeah.
Journey to Savage Planet. February, we had Dreams, Hunt Showdown. March, we had Ori and the Will of the Wisps and Animal Crossing and Half-Life Alyx. So March was a big year, or big month. But January and February was not much. Dreams and Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Yeah.
But we've got this plus 2 freaking more games. We got 4 big titles. 4. Anyway.
Yes. I was just trying to put everything together.
Generally, it's a bigger first 2 months.
Yes,
it's going to be a bigger
right,
quarter than I think we've ever had.
I'm sorry, Brett. You're right.
Thank you. That's all I wanted.
We're going to make him say he's sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, there you go. I'm sorry.
That was funny last time. Anyway, so let's talk about the video games, y'all. We've been playing a lot of games. The 3 of us have been playing through a new game from the developer Techland, and that is Dying Light 2. This is the follow-up sequel to the first parkour zombie game that they brought out many, many moons ago. This game's been in development forever, and it finally dropped, and we've been playing it, and we have some thoughts about it. So before we jump into Jason, Austin,
we're gonna talk.
Austin, you were the one that I think was when we did our most anticipated. This was one of your most anticipated games. So you've been playing it, you have it. Tell me your thoughts about this game.
I enjoy it. And going in, I knew the story was going to be shit because, how do you make a good zombie game these days?
But did you, though?
What?
Think it was going to be shit?
The story, yeah.
Are you sure?
The story's shit.
Positive?
Yes. People die, they're like, tell this one guy I'm sorry, and I love this other person.
The dialogue's not there at all.
All right,
it's
bye.
fucking shit.
My favorite scene was the one guy, the side quest that you go up to, and the guy's like, "Man, I'm gonna fucking rip that guy's brains out and tear his freaking insides out." Oh, but your wife's pregnant. I'm gonna be a father? Oh my gosh, I love you. I love everybody. I'm never gonna hurt anybody ever again. I don't know why anybody would ever hurt anybody. This is just crazy. I'm like, you fucking hypocrite. Anyway,
Who's that guy who was just here? It wasn't me.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just so bad. It's cringy to the nth degree, and I think we can get a broader topic of what the fuck happened to video games. Like, where are the writers for video games these days? They
We're
don't exist.
definitely gonna talk about that in the
They all went to
discussion.
Sony, apparently. Anyway, but outside of that, the gameplay is really fun. The parkour is on point. It is so fun to be on the ground, running from zombies, jump on a building, run into some thugs who want to kill you for no reason, and you whip their ass, and then you just run
'Cause you're a
from
pilgrim.
point to point. Yeah. Well, let's not get into that. That's part of the story. Yeah. And so that whole like 30 seconds plus gameplay loop is pretty fun. Running through buildings and yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
Cool.
What about you, Brett?
Okay. Well, I'll share my thoughts then.
Yeah.
I think so. When I got into this game, I was kind of like, definitely thinking that the story would not be that great. And I also never. I
you
played.
didn't want to
I
even
played.
play this game.
I didn't want to play it either.
Yeah.
I only bought it because both of y'all bought it, and I
Well,
was
I only
like,
bought it
fine.
because I thought both of you were buying it. That's
Well,
the only reason.
Clearly, you didn't listen last podcast.
And we
yeah.
all won somehow.
So yeah, it wasn't gonna happen. But
you
when
didn't.
I didn't win.
When I picked it up, like, cause I played the first Dying Light, and I didn't like it. I felt too uncomfortable because it was like you're playing by yourself, and it was just like
Yeah.
so much anxiety. I didn't want to put myself through that anxiety. But this one, with it being 4-player co-op where we could drop in, drop out kind of situation, I was really excited about that because I could then play with you guys and not have it be as like, oh god, I'm gonna die, which still sometimes happens. But I'm actually enjoying this game way more than I thought I would. Like, I'd actually want to see this game to the end. Like, I really, really do.
Wow.
But that's the only problem is I need people to keep playing with me. So
boy.
hopefully that happens. But like Austin said, the story is not great. There's interesting stuff here. Like, I feel like there's a lot of really good, like, foundational elements to the overall experience, like with the whole setup of the city, and there's different factions and trying to like get on the side of the factions that you want to like get. Like, there's actually like gameplay benefits to like supporting like different sides of the factions, and there's new upgrades and stuff that come through that tie into the story and stuff like that. But overall, it's just like they throw so many characters at you, and there's so much dialogue in this game that probably 70% of it is just not very good, and then like the other 30% is surprisingly good. But overall, it's just like a bunch of like not great dialogue, and there's a lot of it. There's a lot of dialogue and a bunch of characters that they're like, hey, meet this character. Oh, that character's probably going to die like 10 missions later, but it's fine. Let's introduce 5 more characters. There's just so many people in this game. But I enjoy picking up all that stuff and then doing the missions that they want me to do and jumping through the map and the world and finding a bunch of zombies and just collecting shit and like marking stuff off and leveling up. And that part is what I think where it's really most satisfying is the progression of upgrading my parkour skills, upgrading my combat skills, which are done separately, deciding do I want more stamina or more health based on like my upgrades with my inhibitors, right? Inhibitors. Yeah. All those different things. Like, gameplay wise, I'm having a blast playing through this thing. And I think that's ultimately what this open world is meant to be, is like an open world sandbox. You can just run around and do a bunch of crazy shit. But that's not to say there isn't a lot of bugs. So, Jason, what's your... Oh, here you go.
What you got?
Well, I mean, it's kind of like Fallout that way. It's Fallout meets Mirror's Edge. Bring it together. And it is sandboxy, but I feel, obviously, I would say that Fallout is way better sandbox-wise than this. Because you don't have a big area to jump around, but it is big enough to have fun. And, with you guys there, it's really awesome to take on missions. Mm-hmm. And we did that one mission where it's like, oh, there's 1 against 5 or 6 of us. And boom, there's 3 of us. 3 of us. Kick your ass now.
Oh, man.
Little do you know, I have ghost people with me.
Little things like that. And then going into the night missions or just going, like, traversing the night is really fun. And getting in a chase like Brett did by himself somehow.
So many times.
Jesus Christ.
I just like to, I don't give a shit, man. I'm going in there. I'm going to like roll through these people, They ain't got
Brett's
nothing
problem.
on
He
me.
just can't climb that well, so he just drops
yes.
on the ground.
Yes.
I mean, it's no, it's the game. Okay, the game did not
right, it's
grip
the game.
when I told it to grip. Okay,
Right. Yeah.
It's a
Plenty
game
times I
problem.
jumped off the roof like I can make this. I'm gonna die. Straight down.
Yeah,
No, but the game, they've done a good job of like always making you feel like this is going to be difficult and keeping you on your toes. Because
Yeah.
even during the day, it's like, yeah, the zombies, well, all the zombies are pretty much trash. But once they start grouping up, you're like, fuck.
Yeah, they start getting you.
well, I didn't realize either that the zombies would be like I was thinking you have a freaking big ass axe in your hand, you hit the zombie once and they're gonna go down and die.
Yeah.
That's not the case. It's like they
Yeah.
have health bars and stuff that you have to like freaking gnaw
Yeah, they
at
have
them 2 or
levels.
3 times.
So
Yeah, they have different
That makes
levels.
it harder to.
What
to
is it?
fight.
Level 4 we got to, and it was just
Oh my god.
couldn't even do a takedown on them.
It was bad.
Yeah, we went into like a night mission and it was much higher level than we expected it to be. But we're like, fuck it, let's just do it. And we survived and fought off all the zombies at nighttime and killed both the
good
big
loot.
bad and
Yeah.
died like a whole bunch off
Whole
that guy.
bunch of
but, it was fun. Yeah. And then I learned dodging was like
Yeah,
a
dodging
thing you
was
can do.
key.
So that's probably pretty helpful.
I had to fight 3 of those brute guys
Jesus.
with the balls on their chain.
yeah.
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 It was part of one of the main missions. I was like, what the fuck? Luckily, there's a lot of propane tanks around. So
Oh,
I
you just blow them up.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
yeah, I
nice.
use C4 on them. Works
nice.
pretty well. I purchased that, so
Yeah, I
cool.
got one of those, or a few of those. And I got a grenade.
nice.
And used it
Grenades
on
are
the one
nice.
that I was fighting, and then I realized there's 3 more. I was like,
Oh,
oh,
God.
shit.
Got to get crafting.
I know.
Build that shit up. So I mean, we've been doing a lot of co-op, but Jason, I want to hear about your experience because I know you had a bit of an issue that was pre-patch, but
don't even think
post game release.
This game is complete fucking garbage. I hate this game with a goddamn passion. The only thing that's saving it is the gameplay and the multiplayer, like Brett and Austin said. I highly enjoyed that portion of the game, but everything else, to the visuals, to the storyline, the dialogue, the side missions are fucking annoying and boring as shit for a zombie game. For a fucking zombie game. And your parkour and all that. The gameplay is fun. That's the only reason why I'm playing it. I don't understand the gear score at all. I don't understand the equipment. That makes no fucking sense to me. Some of it has a gear score, some of it doesn't, and it doesn't give you any benefit or tell you. And on top of that, I played goddamn 14 hours of this fucking stupid game. 14 hours just to jump into it, and it starts me all the way back over. I kept my gear score, kept all my fucking gear out goddamn standing. I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll just run through it real quick and play it. No, I get to a point where I already unlocked a fucking door and it wants me to unlock it again, even though the door is fucking open. And the guy's like, you gotta use your pick lock. The tutorial comes up for the pick lock. Door's open. What do you want me to do now? We'll just stand here and stare at each other. The door's open. So I thought, okay, fuck it with the story. I'm just gonna play with these guys. Well, it turns out I can't play with these guys until I get done with this fucking mission that I already accomplished. So I emailed the company a very fucking bad letter. They have yet to respond.
I knew it.
I was so goddamn mad. And I told them I was going to send COVID-ridden zombie butt fucking assholes to their fucking company and have them get fucked by every single one of them
That's why
as
they're
I
not
watch and fucking laugh.
Wow. Shit.
So yes, this game is a waste of money. And that's what I'm mad about the most, is that they released this game with all these bad patches and bad updates and stuff like that and didn't even bother to fix them. I mean, I can't even get back that first story part, so I had to restart a whole nother fucking character. And they didn't even have the decency to email me back and be like, oh, even an apology, sorry, you're going to have to restart. I'd be like, okay, that's fine. But yeah, I am fucking furious with this game. And the only reason why I'm playing it is for Brett.
Aw, so nice.
I do enjoy the gameplay. The gameplay is there, but everything else sucks. And Austin and I have ran into multiple issues where you chop off a fucking zombie's head, clearly off, and the motherfucker is still attacking you with no health bar. What the fuck you do with that?
That was hilarious.
And then we
That's
fought
pretty
a
bad.
bad guy, a human NPC. We fought him, and I chopped off his fucking legs, and somehow he's still running around attacking people. How? Why? No health bar. How do I pass this mission? I have to kill this guy, but he's still running around with no legs.
Remember when we played Marvel's Avengers? Yeah. Remember those guys would like freaking glitch out and like go crazy, like freaking hit a robot and it would be like flopping around or the map or
at least they would die when we killed them.
When we killed them.
That's true. That's true.
It'd just be crazy.
But it's just, it blows my mind that people spend so much money on this game to buy it and are excited about it, and it comes out and it either crashes. I read an article where this guy would play 36 hours and it crashed and did the same thing that it did to me. 36 fucking hours.
That would kill me if that happened.
At that point, I would quit the game.
Yeah. I was about to pull out the game and break it in half. I didn't even want to return it.
Damn.
Yeah, this is one of those games where it's great if you're playing it, but yeah, if you had to start over after putting all that time into it, it's just not worth it. Like, there's nothing here to carry you forward.
If I got to a point where that happened to me like way far into it, I would definitely stop. I mean, because I want to progress through I want to get all the upgrades. I want to open up because there's 2 cities to this game, and we haven't gotten to that second part yet. I put in, I think, 13, 14 hours now. I don't know how many hours you put into. You had 14 hours until it crashed.
Now have an extra. Yeah, I'm probably at 30 hours total with this stupid fucking game.
But we're not like, it still hasn't opened us up to the next city yet because we haven't progressed super far into this. I mean, we progressed far to the story, but not far enough to open up the next piece. But I want to get to that because it's like big skyscrapers and shit like that. That sounds really cool to run around and explore. But it's there's a lot of dense stuff here to work in, which I appreciate. But it just sucks that there was so much time spent on this game. It got delayed so many because there was a time where we were like, is Dying Light 2 even coming out? Because it was it took so long, and then here we are, and you still have all these problems. Mm-hmm. And like you said about the graphics, you weren't like impressed by the graphics.
The visuals are straight up
this
shit.
This game is like a next gen game, basically,
and it seems like last gen game.
Yeah,
you know,
clearly because they took forever to bring it out, probably.
Yeah,
and they were overly ambitious with it. I mean, I've heard there was like conversations of like your choices were supposed to like cut you off in like whole different like dialogue pieces, like whole like sections of a story based on your actions in the game. But apparently that's not there anymore because I think they had to do a bunch of cuts because of them being overly ambitious with this kind of game.
Yeah, the dialogue's garbage anyways. Fucking stupid.
Yeah. Well, so you're not a fan.
I like graphics. Like when you go in the cutscenes, it's great. Like the lighting changes and everything was.
But when you're running around this fucking world, and I don't know if I have my PS4 on or my PS5, it's just straight up shit.
Yeah, you're right.
I will say, I mean, if this came out on PS4 generation, like it would be good.
4K?
Yeah,
it would be good if it was that. But it's definitely. It's lacking polish. Like the textures just aren't very good,
right?
And they're not high quality and stuff like that. But it's just such a big world and there's so much foliage and shit. I think they had to cut back on it for performance.
And it sucks too that I was playing because we were playing God of War before this came out, and I realized like that world is completely fake, but the acting in it and the storyline is so real to me that it feels real. I can feel all that. With this, I don't feel that at all. I feel like it's just a fucking, like you said before, a B-rated movie. It's just straight up shit. And if you're going to go B-rated, go fucking fully B-rated. I want to see like Dead Rising shit happening in this game almost.
True. Yeah.
I want it just completely out there, but they're teetering, tottering between the storyline of it being B-rated and a AAA. It's fucking stupid.
That's a good point. I saw a headline, I think it was on Kotaku or something like that, that said Dying Light 2 is a great 7 out of 10 game. And that's kind of like what they put it at. It's like, you know, it's a B thing. It's like it's fun to do all the shit that's in here, but it's not near what it probably could have been or should have been to get it to the level it needs to be.
And you guys did see that people are review bombing it, right?
No, I didn't see that.
You know why?
Because they're losing all their progress?
No, not even that. It's because this game, this fictional world, is based out in Europe, in France area. And people are review bombing it because there's no one with a French accent.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of... There's one guy. That one guy you meet earlier.
Hakon.
Yeah.
He has a French accent, but no one else. Some of them has some country bumping Georgia accent that you're like...
I didn't realize where it's supposed to be. I was just like,
they called the place... I don't know if it was this place or the old place. Yeah, they called it New Paris. I don't know if y'all caught that in dialogue, and that's where it hit me. Oh, are we in France? So yeah,
that's interesting.
I was like, I guess all the Americans moved to France. When all this happened.
But I saw that article on Facebook. I was like, people are probably review bombing it because of the save is the saves and all that shit and all the glitches. Nope. It's because they're being, I guess, racist. I don't know.
Yeah, it is set in Europe. Villador, I think that's right.
There we go.
I forgot
Yeah.
that was the name.
Well, see, I don't understand where, I mean, because we're going to get into these open world games in our topic of the show, but I just don't understand where we're at. Like, I feel like people used to have like a really good set in stone. This is what we're aiming for. This is what we want to do. Let's make it feel real as possible. Obviously, it's a video game, so you have some liberties you can take. Why are we doing this crazy shit like this? Doesn't make sense. How hard is it to get some French actors
or something? Yeah,
to just do some accents? Like,
make it believable. That's how you can tell they
make
didn't
the story-
give a fuck about the goddamn storyline because they didn't even get the fucking characters right that were supposed to be there.
Yeah.
That's a fucking clear indication right there. Only way I knew we were in goddamn Paris or whatever is because they said we're in New Paris. I was like, why is there so many fucking country assholes here?
I wonder if it was one of those things where some producer was like, "Oh, well, we're gonna ship this to America, so let's just get American, actors for here." And then when it goes to France, obviously it'll be French actors.
Yeah, more
So
likely.
it's like, but
be.
still, like, come on.
But still, isn't this company a French company anyways? You think they would want to represent their people a little
I
bit
don't know
fucking
if they
better
are.
than having
Someone-
dumbasses in the goddamn game?
I guarantee someone on the chain was like, "We're gonna do it like this because we're gonna sell more in America."
They want to hear American country accents. And it's not even like a good country accent like mine or something. It's like a hillbilly cartoon country accent. You're like, what the fuck?
It's because they got a French person to sound like a American person who's from the country.
Yeah.
That's exactly how they do
So
it.
I take offense to all y'all because Techland is actually a Polish company. So fuck you guys.
That's why they fucked it up.
Those are my people.
That's your people.
Pieces of shit.
But I give this game this much. It does not have microtransactions.
it's true.
So
Yeah.
a multiplayer game without microtransactions,
Yeah.
I'm happy with it. And the gameplay is fun.
So kind of wrapping things up, I want to mention that, I mean, as a person who doesn't normally like games of this nature, I'm actually really enjoying myself in it. I don't like the story, but I love like the upgrades. I love the progression that I can do. I love the exploration. Like I actually want to explore this game. And you know me, I talked about how much I hated Skyrim because I didn't want to explore that world at all.
Yeah.
And this one I actually do want to explore. And there's actually like stuff. I mean, there's just shit everywhere you can find, which a lot of it's just like a bunch of like consumable bullshit
Yeah.
that you use for crafting and whatnot. But I think with this game, for anybody that's like listening to us talking about it, this is a game that you should wait until they drop it in price. If this game drops to like $35-$40,
oh, that'll be perfect.
I think it would be great to buy
it on
into
sale.
because then at that point
Wait
they'll
till it's on
hopefully
the
have
Game
fixed
Pass.
it.
Yeah.
Or Game Pass. It'll be fixed at that point and
Hopefully.
it'll be worth buying at that time. But right now it's just not. It's not ready to be out of the oven.
Yeah, it's not there.
It's
Don't
more time
just
to bake.
Just wait. Just wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well,
Fuck you, Dying Light 2. Wasted
I still
14
had
hours
fun.
of my fucking life.
I still had
well,
fun.
you're gonna waste more. 'Cause
Glad about it.
no
I'm gonna
shit,
drag
I'm gonna
you
waste
into it.
more. You don't have to drag me into it. I'm always down to play this game because, like I said, the gameplay is fun.
Good.
I am enjoying
I
the
got
gameplay.
This guy's like, you gotta drag me into it. He was playing this morning without me.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I was just running around because I thought I was
shit.
behind. I don't want to get that far behind where you guys are parachuting around and
No,
grappling.
man, I'm waiting to play with you.
I've been waiting for the fucking
Yeah.
parachute.
Yeah, I know.
God
Same.
dang.
I want that really bad. I just want to be able to like fly through shit.
They also have like a cool like funny bits reference to video games. There's a shoe you can unlock where you have the Mario jump. And you actually
Oh.
jump on top of enemies like Mario. It goes in third person view and he does like a little backflip. And
There's supposed to be a lot of really cool Easter eggs in here.
yeah, there's a Doom Easter egg. There's that Easter egg.
Which clearly they
the
spent more
couch
time
Easter
on that
egg.
than they did on the dialogue
Yeah.
and the story.
The Easter eggs are covered in that game. They have Resident Evil Easter egg.
Yeah, I look at all these.
Yeah.
I haven't found any.
Cool.
Oh, I haven't found it. I saw
running
it
around.
around.
Moving on to the next game, everybody. We were gonna last podcast. Austin got us really hyped that he had
love that.
played this game.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a game called Pokemon Legends Arceus, and he was like, "I'm gonna review it." But I've only played 5 minutes. And then since that last podcast, 2 weeks
boy.
ago, Austin, how much have you played of Pokemon Legends Arceus?
10 minutes.
The same 15 minutes I did last time.
Oh my
I have not had any
God.
time to play it, and then boom, this game drops, and I'd rather play this
I'm
game.
pretty sure Sam has played like almost 16 hours of this fucking
I
game.
know. That's why I was like, maybe we should have her on to
I know.
talk.
Yeah, I
was
thought
gonna
about
tell you
it.
to like have her come over. but I didn't because that's what happened. But anyway,
Either way,
Yeah.
Well, it's on you there, bud.
so I played. I've actually put in almost 4 hours in this game, so I've
Nice.
put some time into it. I've been playing through Pokemon Legends Arceus. So Pokemon Legends Arceus it's made by Game Freak, so it's from the creators of Pokemon.
I take it
And-
back. I play like an hour.
Oh, okay, cool. Well,
So
that's
I got
good.
like a general idea.
Okay.
So
watched Sam
in
play.
Pokemon Legends Arceus, this is the first ever attempt at like a open world version of Pokemon, which it's not quite. I mean, it is open world, but it's not as open world as you expect it to be. It's not one big giant world you can just like roam free and
It's like
go out
Pokemon
to.
Snap. You go to the little regions and then you just walk around.
Pokemon Snap, you don't walk around. You just like
Well,
it's
you-
on rails.
well, I know,
just,
but
like,
you pick a
ride on
region you wanna
rail.
go to.
It's just on rails though, man. It's like a roller coaster.
I need a beer.
You're right. No, so in this game though, you pick a region you want to go to, and then it's a big open world space. But it's
Space,
not
it's a
near
space.
as large as you'd expect it to
And
be.
it's not as linear as the other Pokemon.
There is no
game.
linear pathways. It's
Okay.
just like a big
Yeah.
open space you can just like roam
Just
free
roam.
in.
Okay.
So it's like the open area of like Sword and Shield, but like way bigger. So it is a lot larger, but you're not confined to where it's like, I mean, there's like probably 5-6 regions ish in here. They're separated.
I got you.
And you have to pick which one you want to start in, and then you can roam free and do all your stuff. The story in this game is a prequel to everything. So this is like a period in the Pokemon universe where they haven't gotten to the point where they've trained Pokemon to be like their partners in battle, and they're still kind of afraid of Pokemon. A lot of
right.
people aren't quite trusting of them yet.
Pokemon kill people.
Pokemon kill people, like all this crazy stuff is going on. It's just a weird like it's like the origin story of Pokemon, which is really interesting. You fall from the sky. So people are like, what the fuck this guy's doing here? He's wearing like freaking t-shirt and he's got sandals on, and everybody else
You're
is
a
wearing like
present
old
day
school clothing.
Teenager who falls into the past.
How you fall
Yeah.
in the past?
You go through time.
You fall
One of
through
the-
a portal.
One of the
Is there a
main Pokemon-
reason why
It's a
you go
rift.
through?
The god Pokemon's like, you've been chosen to go back in time. Here's a phone that looks like me, and no one will know what it is
Is the
except for you.
God Pokemon Pikachu with a beard?
No.
Damn
Yeah.
it. He missed out
Yeah.
a golden opportunity
He's some
on that
god
one.
character
is
or whatever. But
So
yeah.
weird that you get a phone in the past and you're assigned to find
What does
all
he
the
tell
Pokemon.
people when he sees
They're
them?
like, I got this thing, and they're like, oh, it's magical. That's cool. You've been chosen by the god Pokemon.
But
I
I'm
guess.
magical too. And then I proved myself because I went out there and was able to catch Pokemon.
Yeah.
They're like, holy shit, you are a young kid and you can catch a Pokemon? Who are you?
Okay. Hold up. So you bring the Pokeballs back to the past in
No,
order to
no.
catch Pokemon.
No, they give you a
already
Pokeball.
have Pokemon.
Oh.
Yeah.
See,
Professor
so-
Lavenden shows up and it's like, here's some Pokeballs. You should go capture Pokemon. If you prove yourself, we're like, I'll trust you, whatever.
Who was smoking what?
So this is the crazy part. They go and get wood from trees, and with no technology,
Craft a goddamn
And they-
Pokeball.
they craft Pokeballs that catch things.
Does it look like a Pokeball?
Yes,
or like
it's a Pokeball.
Man, fuck off. You need if you're gonna craft a
No
Pokeball.
technology.
If you're gonna craft a Pokeball, I would believe it if it was like a wooden ball, like he crafted.
Yeah.
But no, it's a
No, it's a
It's a
wood ball
it's a wooden ball
with no
It's-
technology inside. Somehow the Pokemon get small and go inside.
it's-
of
but it
they
looks
use
like a metal
they use leaks,
Pokeball.
though. Yeah, it looks like it's just like a normal looking Pokeball.
Oh, that's stupid.
leaks.
You missed out on an
the
opportunity.
medicinal
on that.
leaks. Yeah, the
So
things
they
you grab.
use.
So is it a magical tree?
Yeah, everything's
Magical
magical in this
tree?
game. Yeah.
to make the Pokeball.
No, you
It's
just
just a pine tree.
grab
It's
pine
it's
tree.
just,
Pick
it's
up a
just
twig,
it's
snap it,
it's a piece,
Pokeball.
it's a piece of wood that shrinks Pokemon inside of it.
somehow magically.
I don't know if it's wood though. Is it really wood? I don't think it is.
Give me the thing.
Give me the thing. Give it to me.
Wait, what do you want? Oh,
I
this
want
thing.
the keyboard.
'Cause
So,
I think the crafting
okay.
materials you use for it is like leeks and like something else.
All right, sorry to throw you off of your thing, but go ahead. So you come down, you grab some wood, make Pokeballs, and you catch monsters.
Well,
right?
the professor gives it to you. So like the first time you land here, like a professor immediately shows up as they typically do. And the professor's like, "Hey, go catch these Pokemon, and if you do it, I believe that you're not like a piece of shit."
Hey man, you're pretty straight with me,
Yeah,
but you gotta catch this
use
Pokemon.
apricorn and a tumblestone. Tumblestone
Oh.
is like a gemstone. Austin.
Okay, that's pretty cool. to me. Were you able to craft Pokeballs before back in the day?
No, yeah. So that's the thing that a lot of the features that they brought into this game is you free roam, so you can move around. You're not like fixed camera anymore. So you can fully rotate your camera around your character, which is really awesome. They have they have a crafting system that you can do. So in the crafting system, you pick up stuff around the world. So you have like the little leaks. You can send your Pokemon out at trees, and they'll like shake the tree, and like berries and shit will fall out of the tree. So that's how you can collect like items from the trees.
You can't shake the tree yourself?
No, you have to send a Pokemon at them.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll charge it.
I see where this is going.
Yeah. And then so you send your Pokemon out to capture the trees. But what's really neat is like this is whole, like when you're running around, like you'll see a Pokemon. The Pokemon can run after you. There's a dodge roll in this game. You can like dodge roll freaking Pokemon. Like, that's never existed before in the history of Pokemon.
That's right.
But you don't fight the Pokemon then.
No, your Pokemon fight the Pokemon. So you like when you see a Pokemon out there, you pull out your Pokeball, you throw it at it, and then you initiate your fight.
Okay.
But instead of it being like fixed screens like it used to be, side by side, you can actually like move your character around the entire battle.
So you can try to avoid.
But they never fight you. They just like fight your Pokemon.
Oh,
so the Pokemon don't punch you.
No, in the wild, the Pokemon might charge at you, so you can dodge. But if you want it to stop attacking you, you can throw your Pokemon at it, and then they'll fight each other.
Okay.
Otherwise, it will still chase after you and try to hit you until you
but
pass out.
you can't punch it.
I will punch the fuck out of a Pokemon. They chase me down.
Yeah. Because that would be abusive to the Pokemon. Okay?
Can you equip a gun?
No.
Sorry.
Damn.
You just equip Pokemon.
I love it in the battles because I'll just walk over to the other Pokemon and I'll be like, attack this thing. I know, yeah. It's like, boom.
Yeah, you're just like standing on top and you're like, oh, hey, Pokemon, just do this shit to this guy.
I'm going to stand right here. Just dodge me while you hit him.
It's really funny.
Man. Yeah, it makes no sense.
You can sneak up on the Pokemon. Sam told me you can sneak up and capture them.
So you can. So the objective here of like your goal in this game is to build out your Pokedex. So you have different objectives you have to do for each Pokemon. So you discover a Pokemon, it gets added to your Pokedex, and you have a list of tasks you have to run through. So it's very task oriented where it's like I want to check this box off, check this box off. So you have like capture 15 of these Pokemon, sneak up on 5 of these Pokemon, battle 10 of these Pokemon, watch it use 15 of this particular move. Capture 5 of these Pokemon from above on a ledge. So there's different objectives that you have to check off.
Okay.
And once you get 10 objectives completed, then you've completed the entry for that Pokemon.
Okay.
And then you can move on to other Pokemon. So
there's no gym battles anymore since no one can capture Pokemon.
Battles. Yeah.
That's right.
Those don't exist yet.
That's kind of weird, right?
It can throw you off because it's definitely a different approach, because I mean that game, it's like you're building up your Pokemon force to battle,
but on this one you're just a researcher.
This game, you're you're on the survey core. You're on the survey core.
That's right.
But what's interesting too that I don't know if I like it yet. I mean I do and I don't. In that you have when you capture all these Pokemon, the game encourages you to not use the same Pokemon over and over again because of the fact that you have to continually study all these different Pokemon to fill out your Pokedex. In the old game, you would basically have like 4 or 5 of your Pokemon that like these are my Pokemon, these are whatever.
Your 6.
These are the 6. These are the ones that I use here, and then that's what I'm going to use, right? And this one, it's like you don't want to get stuck with. You don't want to be using the same ones over and over again because eventually you're going to fill out the Pokedex for those 5 or those 6 Pokemon. So then it's like, okay, well now I need to go move over here and switch them out a lot. And you're capturing a shit ton of Pokemon. So you're going to have like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the same exact Pokemon in your arsenal that you can send to pasture. That's at the homeland.
The pasture, huh?
Because the pasture is where all your Pokemon hang out when you're not in their party. So that's like how you operate. But it's nice you don't have to have them in your inventory. They just go to the pasture and then that's where they live.
So is this a good update for the whole Pokemon series? Because I keep hearing mixed reviews on that.
Let's have Brett go since he played it more.
Sorry, I see you have bullet points. And
I do. I haven't been able to talk about my bullet points yet, but it's okay.
But you'll get to.
Yeah. So I do think it's a step in the right direction. I feel like it's not near the level of what it needs to be. So this is a game that feels like would have been incredibly amazing had it come out 5 years ago. That's kind of my consensus on it, is that it still feels very old, but it's got so much new stuff that is new to Pokemon that's like, holy shit, finally, it's a breath of fresh air. Like the fact that I can run around, the fact that I can actually like aim down sights with my Pokemon and creep up on them and then throw the ball and not have to just like stand still, press an animation and watch it throw and hope something happens. Like that stuff feels great. And there's a lot of like RPG mechanics in here with like the leveling, there's crafting, there's potion gathering you can do. There's a whole like skill system of like upgrading all your characters and the new, unlocks for your skills and things like that. There's not like a skill tree for your character, but there's like, you have all your, skill trees with all your Pokemon and everything. So that stuff is all fine. But it's like, as far as an open world goes, the open world feels super empty and the graphics are shit, which is like, it's on the Switch. So that's probably to be expected. And the story, there's so much like dialogue in this game that just is not fun.
I expect it to be like, but didn't even do that. It's just like,
you just press A. Yeah. The Pokemon make more noise than the people do.
They just sit there and do the like
that annoys
random
me.
Moving stuff. And I was like, wow, you couldn't at least put a noise in here like they do in like all the other Nintendo games?
Goddamn Charlie Brown shit.
Great.
Yeah.
So I think it would have been better if there was more dynamic ways of catching Pokemon. So like, what if like some of them would run away instead of just disappearing? And you're like, oh shit, I gotta chase it down now because it's weak and I can get it. And there's other Pokemon, so they might chase you. So there's like this risk reward thing, or
almost like Shadow of Mordor, where you like if you scare an enemy, they'll run away, but you got to chase them down in order to gain the reward. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Well, I mean, you could battle Pokemon. And it's like, shit, I'm low on health. I'm gonna run away now.
Yeah,
and you're like, fuck, I'm gonna chase you.
Okay.
So you can jump on your Pokemon and chase it down and throw a ball at it. Like I just felt like, given what the game is, and obviously I liked Pokemon when I was a kid and the games were great, but it's just monotonous task of run around, collect items, make your Pokeballs, have enough healing potions, which you can make, and then go out and catch the Pokemon, then come back to town and do some missions. And I was like, this is fucking boring.
Yeah. It's a checklist game.
Yeah, it seems
it's
like
I feel like this is a great game if you want to like passively like you're watching TV and you're sitting there like fucking around on Pokemon
that's what
or whatever.
does.
Like,
if I can't battle other people, like that's kind of boring too. Like I want to get some Pokemon at high level and beat some bitches. Some whiny bitches.
Some whiny bitches.
Here's my 5 Pidgeys. Let's go. I'm like, all right, fucking Cyndaquil.
Charizard.
Charizard.
I do like that. I haven't gone too far into it yet, but I've heard there's some people that are in our Discord, or not our Discord, our Facebook community chatting back and forth about this game. And Joe, one of the friends of the podcast, was talking about how he's at the point now where he's collected enough. So they have these things called alpha Pokemon. So they're like super high. They're like basically the boss Pokemon that you fight. And you go up to them, you fight the boss Pokemon, you capture them, and then you can have them in your own lineup of Pokemon or whatever. That's cool. Like I like that. But he was saying that after a while, if you get enough alpha Pokemon in your party, you're basically just like the difficulty scaling is not there. It starts out where it's challenging. This game is oftentimes a harder Pokemon game than previous ones, and like trying to capture Pokemon. I've died several times. Like I've actually like, gotten too aggressive trying to take people out, and then like the Pokemon have killed me. But he was like, at a certain point, you get enough of those alphas in there, it's just like you throw it and they get one hit and they're dead. Throw it at one hit, they're dead. Like it just becomes so easy at one point.
Yeah.
And it's not like a gradual scale to like being easier. So that's concerning to me. But other than that, I mean, it's a kind of game that I feel like it's gonna be one that I'm gonna like play in between other bigger games, but it's not one that I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to sink 30 hours in this game right now.
Keep playing
because it's like Dying Light. There's a bunch of like checklist things in there that you want to do. That's kind of satisfying, but in here, it's like the story is even worse than Dying Light 2 because there really isn't a story that's worth talking about here.
No. So I've heard people be like, this is the next step for Pokemon, and they should have done this a while ago.
Yeah, that's what I hear some people say.
Is this the next step for Pokemon? Is the next Pokemon game going to be like this, or are they going to just go ahead and go back to what they normally do?
I feel like it's going to be like this. I mean, for people that are fans of Pokemon, I think they enjoyed the update to it. For like true hardcore gamers that played it and enjoyed it, they're not going to think this is a major change in the formula at all.
Well, I mean, it's a huge change in the formula.
For certain people, it is, but for people that want to just play something that's a bigger change, then no, I don't think.
I don't even really think it is like a huge change. I feel like it's an incremental change, but it's like you're still catching Pokemon, you're still throwing the Pokeball, you're still having your fights, you still have your fight, run, item, like this, that, whatever. There's quality of life upgrades, a significant amount of them, but it's not like this is a fundamentally different game. It's still the same game. It's still the same kind of mentality. It's just they added stuff that needed to be in the game the last 5 iterations, and they took out stuff that we honestly want to see more of, which sucks. Like, it's cool that they've added like side quests now, where like there's other like side quest things you can do besides just the main story.
Yeah.
That's like a more RPG kind of thing that's interesting.
Yeah.
And they're easy enough to complete that you can like kind of process through those and like do them as you're out there roaming around. But at the end of the day, this is like just you're doing chores. You're like going around like doing work for this group that wants you to do the work. So
So what if we did this? What if this was like a RPG type game where your character had stats, like Zelda has stats,
Or you can
well,
like
your
you need to
Pokemon
climb
have
up.
stats, but they
I
just don't
know.
really do a whole lot.
That's
well, what kind of
exactly-
stats would you put in a
Like, what if you
Pokemon
needed your
trainer?
stamina to be higher? So like the more
So
you
you can run
climb,
away?
the more you can climb. So,
Like, actually give you the
I
ability
need
to climb up a rock?
Yeah, I need to climb up this fucking cliff so I can get to some Pokemon that are up here.
Yeah.
Or maybe I can train my Pokemon up enough where he has the ability to actually fly me up there. Stuff like that.
I am excited to get mounts in this game because they do have
Right.
they have flying
Yeah.
Pokemon and mounts. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to get to that point where I can like traverse around the world a little bit more. But there's a lot to
There's
explore.
like different
but,
levels of flying, so it's like, oh, my Pokemon can only fly for a certain amount, so I can't make it
Yeah.
from point A to point B. But as I play more,
like a stem circle
Yeah.
thing, like Breath of the Wild.
yeah,
I just
like
think they
stuff
need
like
more.
that would be interesting.
They just need
But-
a richer story. I feel like is the biggest
Yeah.
problem
That
here.
ain't gonna happen.
Well, it's kind of hard with goddamn Pokemon. You can only go fucking so far.
Yeah,
Either research or battle them. I don't know.
you can't kill anybody.
Can't
so.
kill
Yeah,
anyone.
yeah. It's weird. I mean, I don't know. I mean, honestly be okay if Pokemon just like was done. I mean, like, you know, I'm glad. I mean, I was
Yeah,
surprised that
never.
they did as much as they did with this, but
Yeah.
it's still like it's a 7.5 out of 10 for me.
That's a-
kind of idea.
That ain't happening.
So yeah, it's worth getting, I think, if you love Pokemon. But if you're looking for like a new, like crazy wild change in the franchise, or if you want a game that you don't love Pokemon and you just want to play a really cool RPG, this is not the game for you. This is definitely like you have to love Pokemon to love this game.
Yep.
I think is kind of where it lands.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I will
love
be
Pokemon.
returning it.
I don't think I'm going to play it.
Okay, yeah,
I'm happy
I'll
for
do.
you.
Yeah,
I'm not going to.
cool.
But you need to play it more so you can trade with Sam. That's all
I
she's
will.
talking about.
I know. I got
Trade?
you.
You can still trade in here.
Yeah, you can trade with people.
Yeah, man.
I mean, that's
Trade them
fine, but
Pokemon.
like, are you? No, don't do it.
Oh, I'm not doing it.
Don't do it, Sam. Don't do it.
All right. We have one more game to talk about.
Man,
before we
there's
close this
another
out.
one?
Brett has
Yes.
played a lot of games.
Somebody's got to play these games in here. You know,
What has
Just gotta do
happened?
it. I don't know.
How has he played
The
all the
tides
games
have
now?
turned, man. And I got more games to talk about that I haven't even put in this podcast.
Yeah, like
yet.
God of War. No,
No, yeah, I've been playing that. Yeah,
playing it.
yeah. I'm about 5 or 6 hours in. I'm getting through it.
Pretty sure I already passed them. But
So I've been playing.
yeah, I did
I've been
pass
playing
them,
God of
actually.
War. I've been playing Halo Infinite. I've been playing Enlisted. We
What the
played
fuck?
Tiny Tina's whatever thing.
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
playing all kinds of shit, man.
God,
Playing
that
all
game's
over
so
the place.
shitty.
Yeah. Anyway, so
doesn't age well.
the game I want to talk about today is Life is Strange True Colors. I have been playing through this. I want to get through all the Life is Strange games. Previously, I talked about Life is Strange 2 that I played through that I was like kind of lukewarm on. Life is Strange True Colors is a game that I tried really hard to play last year when it came out, but I didn't get to for the Game of the Year discussion, but I have played it now. I've beat it and really, really enjoyed it quite a bit. It was this is made by Deck 9. This is the other studio that in the series of like Life is Strange games, you have Life is Strange 1 and 2 that were made by Don't Nod, and Life is Strange Before the Storm was made by this company, Deck 9, who also I just found out yesterday is a support team with Telltale Games on the new Expanse game that they're making. So that's kind of interesting to see that they're getting involved in that. But this game was, I mean, solid. Like easily, I would give it a 9 out of 10.
Solid turd.
Yeah, no, solid game throughout. Like this is a
Really?
Yeah, no joke. Like it's really really good.
Brett, he played that fucking mail game. Lake.
No, Lake was terrible, but
This is a giant step up from Lake.
no, this is.
Yeah, I
mean,
understand.
If you appreciate story at all, this is a game that you should play, like guaranteed, because this is the example of like.
Are you trying to call me out to play this game?
Yes, I am. No, just generally speaking, I'm just saying, just like generally across the board, like if you really like story, this is a game that's like worth putting your time into, because it's like they did a really really good job at building a world and a narrative that was interesting, engaging, that actually shifted. I mean, I saw a lot of people give reviews that said it didn't change, like their choices didn't have as much power as they thought it would, but I thought they were pretty good. I mean, I thought they definitely had some choices that like clearly if you went this way versus this way, like it would have a pretty significant different output on those choices. Outcome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Output.
This, that, whatever.
Very technical.
Yeah, I like it.
The graphics are a lot improved over the previous game. So Life is Strange 2 definitely had some age to the visuals. This one looks a lot better. Like
Is this the third one?
This is technically, yeah,
but
but
like
it's
DLC from 2.
No, it's
That's
the
where I'm
third
confused.
installment. It's
Okay.
like it's a whole new story, a whole new set of characters. It's a brand new universe.
Yeah, well, I thought it feels the colors, right? Because I thought this one was the one you were talking about last time, Life is Strange 2. I thought this was that's why I got confused where you were talking about a boy, and I was like, I could have swore you played a girl.
Yeah.
But okay, anyways, continue.
Yeah.
My bad.
So Life is Strange 2 this is a totally different set of characters. This
Got
is
it.
where you play as a character named Alex Chen.
Yeah.
Now it is still in the same Life is Strange universe because there is a character from Before the Storm that shows up in this world.
Yeah,
and
you
she's the
mentioned
main
that last
character now. But you play as Alex Chen. She has
Alex?
she has this power that allows her to basically see empathy. So, or see feelings essentially. So like when Austin, for example,
She
right
would see
now,
nothing with him.
Yeah.
So yeah, like
No
with Austin
no
right now,
feelings.
he's looking like, actually even Jason right now is looking like what the fuck? He's like
Brett has the
bewildered.
power. Look at that.
You know, I can see this.
You have the
aura
power?
around him. Yeah,
You
I
can't
see
just
this
look at
massive
my
aura.
face and be like, oh, okay.
It's a very punchable face right now.
Oh my God.
No, but she has
Say you're sorry.
Say you're sorry.
no. Fuck no. All right, so she has this power where she can like see emotion. So she looks at somebody, there's like blue eyes. Will y'all let me review a game?
Jason, it's the greatest story. If you love story, this is it.
It's real.
That person's crying. They are sad.
I see blue.
Hey.
I see
okay?
frustration.
Let me talk about this experience, all right?
All right, go ahead.
This is serious, some bitch. All right. So, yes, you can see emotions. And it sounds silly. It does. I'm not going to lie. It sounds silly. But the way in which they introduce the mechanic and operate, I mean, it's it's not for, you're probably like, it's too touchy-feely story for me. I want to be like Peacemaker. Like,
I cried with Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah,
I love
bullshit, you
emotional
did.
stories.
Well, then play this game.
No,
Stop
fuck
making
off.
fun
It's
of
a
it.
stupid power. It's
not.
useless.
No, it is actually. It's very effective.
Okay, go ahead.
So what she does is she can like feel the emotions. She can see the emotions of other people. So like if she sees that Austin is like super sad or he's super angry or whatever, she can feel what that anger is, and then she can eventually like find things in the world that allow her to learn more about why you're angry. So you're angry, you won't say why you're angry, but she can identify through this power what is causing that anger and try and use that to help you become less angry.
So she can't change your emotions
She
at
can.
all.
So she eventually
Okay.
learns to be able to change
that's a
emotions
fucking
where
power.
she can then as she starts learning how to get more powerful with it, she's able to then look at somebody and be like, okay, you're angry. Well, she can, at some point, if she pulls it all in, she can actually take that anger away from you to where you don't feel that anger anymore.
But she
Or
can
if
do
you're
it
super
without
sad, she can
looking
take it
into the
away.
researching the person. She can just take the anger away.
Yeah, she puts enough energy into it, but it then over encompasses her and then makes her like over encumber with that feeling, and then it just like comes over like crazy. Which is why before she came here, she starts the game off. She was at a like a rehab kind of place because she didn't know how to control these emotions.
So she did drugs to help her with it.
Maybe it was like a mental institution. I don't know. It was some place that she was like talking to a psychiatrist.
Rehab and mental institution. Which one?
It was a mental institution. It was like she was like had somebody she would talk to. She was living at a place where
I think
they
it would
would
have been
take care
better
of
if she was
people
like
with
doing
mental
drugs to like tame her powers.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a better. I could be wrong.
Get rid of the emotion.
Rid of the emotions. I've seen a lot of story arcs. Yeah, there's a lot of story arcs that do stuff like that where their powers are like draining them. For example, Dr. Sleep. I don't know if y'all have read that or watched the movie at all. He actually drank a bunch of alcohol because he would hear voices of the ghost and stuff like that. In order to suppress that power, he would just get hammered drunk. So I kind of curious why they didn't go.
That's cool.
That would have been.
She may have done drugs too. I don't know. I mean, like that was like the first like 2 minutes of the game, and then it's like bam, she's coming here. So,
but no, that's interesting. I gotcha.
So when she comes here, there's like a bunch of different characters. But what I really liked about this game is that in Life is Strange 2, I felt like you never got a chance to really get to know the characters in the world because you're traveling, you're on a journey. So you started in Seattle, you were going down to Mexico, so you get introduced to these different characters at different times. But at the end of the day, it's like you would be interacting with these characters for like half an episode or like a full episode or whatever, but not really get to know them. And here, it's like you're always in this town and you never leave it. Huh?
There's no episodes?
No, there is episodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's 5 episodes.
You're in the town.
Normal.
Gotcha.
But you're always in the town throughout all 5 episodes. But it's like, throughout the story, you come to live with your brother, you hang out with him, you meet all the characters in the world, you meet the girl that works at the record store who was from Life is Strange Before the Storm. You meet the girl that works at the flower shop, you meet all these different people that have all these backstories that you eventually learn and understand and get to know really, really well. And then you have decisions that you make and how you react to them to decide if they're going to be kind of like, like you or not like you throughout the course of the story. And then decisions and things happen throughout the event that like totally turn the story on its head to where like not only are you trying to just like get control of your own self, but there's something that happens in the game that's a pivotal moment that's like there's this whole added mystery of like trying to find out like the whodunit kind of situation. And in tracking that down, there's so many like twists and turns that come through that whole story arc that were really, really interesting. And several times that I was just like, wow, I did not expect that to happen. I did not expect that to happen. At the same time, you're trying to help her cope with these emotions and this power that she's feeling. It was really good. I mean, I had a blast with it. I mean,
I think Lizette would like playing this game.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What's the end goal for her? Besides controlling her powers, is there antagonist or something happening?
There is, yeah. The antagonist is a company. It's a group that's in the town that like is basically like running the town essentially. Yeah. But then the other antagonist is basically her own self. So it's trying to cope with herself because when she gets here, she does not have control of the power. So there's moments where like the emotions are so intense for her that she just will like burst out and start screaming at somebody, or she'll throw something around because the anger just gets so intense. So it's her trying to figure out how to cope with that. And her brother helps her with that, and the whole entire like community helps process all that.
Use this power at any time, or is it like a just?
If you go up to different people, you'll see like an aura around them. Yeah, you can just hold down A on the key on the controller and like see what they're thinking.
And it's very linear, right? It's just
to a point. I mean, you can navigate like right now. Like we're watching a video of the character walking down this bridge. You can walk around this whole entire world, whole entire
and interact and feel everyone's emotions without looking at them.
Could, like when you get to the main street, you could just like walk down the street and go in all the buildings. There's like basically like 6 or 7 main locations you go to, and then the main street, and there's people that are around hanging out, doing stuff. So you can interact with the world and kind of free roam.
Visuals are very nice, though. I like the visuals.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, it's a fun game, and the characters are super likable. There's a lot of conflict that goes on that you're like trying to. I mean, there's a lot of like intense decisions that you have to make. There's one sequence in like episode 3 where you like do this like LARP game, which I thought was really interesting. So you roam around and like are doing like a live action role playing game throughout the town, and like the whole town gets into it and stuff like that. It's a really neat gameplay mechanic. There's even a part where like literally there's a battle scene where you're like picking characters and using magic items and shit like that. Like. To battle it out. So there's some really clever gameplay mechanics that pop in.
There might be one game breaking thing in here if they haven't added it. There's research that's come out recently that plants have feelings.
Oh,
And they can measure vibrationals. There's actually sounds. Obviously, we can't hear them because it's like on a different wavelength. But can she feel the plant's feelings? If she can't do that, this game is just fucked.
Yeah, it's fucked. It's a bad game.
Yeah, she can actually. Yeah.
She can.
Yeah.
She can go up those flowers and be like,
Yeah.
Oh, you're sad?
This is a
Yeah,
happy
you want
flower.
some more?
Yeah, totally.
She's just touching
Yeah.
all the flowers.
Yeah.
You're a happy flower. You're a happy
that? I don't
flower.
know.
She can look at the flowers and be like, "Oh, I can feel it. I can see this," and
feel
stuff
it.
like that. No, she can't like actually feel feelings of flowers. That's just stupid.
That's stupid. That's where we draw.
That's
the
where
line.
we draw the
Well,
line.
clearly you guys don't give a shit about this game, but I honestly
I
think
might
that this is a game worth like
get
investing
this
time
for-
into because it's not. I don't think it's for everybody, but I mean, if it's a really good like personal, emotional story that is you don't see it very often in video games.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's not a bunch of like I mean God of War was one of those games that like finally put in like actual like raw emotion, like, you know, compassion between two characters that felt real and
Along
felt
with the combat
serious,
systems and the gameplay.
along with all that stuff.
And the bloodiness.
Yeah,
and-
but that you don't see that
true
very often. I
story.
mean, look at Dying Light 2. How many emotions do you actually experience in Dying Light 2? You don't
A
feel
lot.
any of that
Frustration.
shit.
Yes.
Oh yeah, frustration, but
Some fear.
like
Some
real
fear.
real connection and stuff
it
like
gonna
that.
say?
So, yeah.
That's not what I was thinking about.
So,
Zombies,
anyway,
Draculas. I might actually get this to play with Lizette.
Yeah.
Oh, we saw.
Yeah.
He's glowing blue.
I mean, you couldn't tell by
He's
There you
sad.
go.
his
Yeah.
face that he's upset. But that's fine. That's fine. Just stand there awkwardly
I know.
with your fucking weird teeth.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I thought it was gonna be a silly mechanic too when I got into it, but honestly, like once I played through it, like I
nervous.
came to really appreciate it. It was way better than Life is Strange 2's stupid mechanic because like in that game you had no power. Your brother had a power. And all you did was tell him,
Hey,
yes, you should fuck that up or not fuck that up. Yeah, you just told him what to do.
Fuck
You
it
couldn't
up, don't
actually
fuck it up.
You couldn't do anything
Yeah.
yourself.
That's a
so
boring game.
in here having the ability to actually like use it and interact with it in some way and have the choice of whether to do it. Because there's moments where it's like, do you like take their emotion away or do you not? And they have significant differences in the outcome of the story by doing that. So it's pretty cool.
Okay.
I like
I
it.
believe you.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I might get
I
it.
believe you so much that I'm not going to buy it.
I mean, I don't think this is a game for you.
Yeah, I know.
I think it would be a great game for y'all to play with your significant others because I think they would enjoy it. And I think together you guys would enjoy it because you can make decisions
I
together
think
and
they
stuff
play
like
enough
that.
games with each other. They don't need this one.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
me
well,
and
you.
Lizette, she hasn't played too many games.
Yeah, yeah.
She's one of those walk around, talk,
Yeah.
make it look like a movie type game.
Well, that's what this does.
Definitely like that.
Yeah.
So-
I think it'd be fun. So
Well, cool beans.
that's
Brett.
it. All right. Well,
Fill
thank
the
you all for listening to my
feelings.
soapbox and shout out to Dread Pixie for picking it up. Actually, I know she did that
Nice.
because I was talking about it. I know these guys didn't care to want to play it, but I was glad somebody went out and played it and
hope
bought it. And I hope
Dread-
you enjoyed it, Dread Pixie. So
I hope Dread Pixie's just laughing her ass off. Which
yeah,
is
hope so too.
this whole
Yeah.
review.
Yeah, next time we play Among Us, stop following me. I really
goodness.
thought she was trying to kill me, just waiting for the right opportunity when we were playing.
I don't blame her. I would do
Jesus! That's a little sus there, bud.
fucking kill you. Rocket League, you know? Yeah. Anyway, all right, everybody.
Rocket League?
That's going to wrap it up for the games we played this week. You definitely want to tune in next week. Not next week, 2 weeks from now. 'Cause we're going to have Horizon Forbidden West. We're going to have Jason's review of Sifu. I might play Lost Ark because that's a big game that everybody's talking about right now. So there'll be a lot of discussion going on there. Very exciting. Don't forget, we stream on Twitch every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. So
yeah.
you don't want to miss that.
What are we streaming this week?
I don't know. Dying Light 2.
All right.
Hey! Or maybe Lost Ark. We'll see. I don't know.
Okay.
No, probably
Dying
Dying
Light
Light 2. Join in on the fun at twitch.tv/juniorgamercast and be sure to follow us to get a notification when we go live. Stay tuned. We'll be right back for our video game news. It is time for our video game news where we share the best headlines from the week in the gaming industry. If you find something you want to hear us talk about, send it to hello@theinnergamer.net and we may discuss it next episode. First up, probably the biggest news of the week, we have Sony is getting into the acquisition into the acquisition game, and they announced surprisingly that they're buying Bungie for $3.6 billion.
Take that, Microsoft.
Not near the price point of Bethesda or especially not near the price point of Activision Blizzard. But a big surprise nonetheless. And a lot of people are like, "Oh man, this is their response to Microsoft," and it's like, no, you guys are fucking wrong, because this has been going on. I mean, these deals don't happen overnight. So like, this is something they've been doing for probably like a year and a half, and then finally went through. And now it's like, here it is. It's out there in the door. So they're buying Bungie, and they have said that they aren't doing any changes to Bungie. They're just buying them to expand their capabilities. And the goal of Destiny and then their other games beyond are to make them multimedia franchises. So they don't want to be just games. They want a Destiny TV show and a Destiny movie and a Destiny this, and the Guardians are everywhere. Aren't you excited, Austin?
The storyline is shit in Destiny. What are you gonna fucking do?
Austin was really excited about this until now. He's just like, I'm out.
What? I don't get, like, what other future projects? Man,
Fuck this shit right here. You know how you were about Dying Light? That's how I am right now. What the fuck are you doing? They need to kill Destiny. Be like, all right, finish out whatever you had planned. That's it. No more Destiny. Make a new game with actual story with the same kind of gameplay, because that's what people need.
They are making a new game.
Good.
Destiny
But
3.
Destiny's not going away. They aren't killing Destiny because Destiny's still making them a shit ton of money.
I know. What the fuck, people? Who's playing this game? We played
Everybody.
it. We're
Yeah, we
like,
played it.
Oh, we beat the campaign in like 2 hours. The DLC campaign.
Enjoyed it.
Fuck this shit.
I was having a good time.
Like how Austin's always like, "Hey, let's get back into Destiny. Let's get back into
Yeah, I
Destiny."
know.
Only said
We get
because
back-
he's going
And then
to-
a week later, he's like, "I hate this game. Fuck this game."
I mean, we completed that campaign pretty quickly. And
Yeah,
they're
it was
coming out
quick.
with a new one. But I don't understand, like, what else does Bungie have besides Destiny?
So they're working on a new IP right now. They have a new IP they've been working on, and this is going to help them continue to see that forward. But right now, other than that, they don't have any other things that exist.
Because we know Halo's not coming to PlayStation.
No.
Yeah. That's what I was
Well,
like.
they don't even own the Halo rights anymore. That got
That's,
sold off to Microsoft.
Microsoft,
so.
yeah.
But one thing that happened with the Bungie Activision split was that
Holy
Bungie
shit.
made sure to retain the rights to Destiny's IP. So Activision never got that in the process.
Damn, I wish
When they went independent, they got here. So now Sony also said that they're going to keep everything. They're keeping their franchise rights, essentially. Bungie will. So Sony's goal is they're not even going to make anything platform exclusive per se.
Okay.
Like, there's been fears of that happening with Microsoft's and all their acquisitions. Sony's like, we don't want to do that. We just want to bolster this more to allow them to do more shit and more content. So,
So no real big change. Just
Not really.
they're supporting Bungie for a new IP and hopefully doing a Destiny TV show.
well, and now you'll see like PlayStation Studios at the beginning of this game going forward, which would be kind of
Of
cool.
all
That'd
the
be kinda
fucking
weird.
things to put under their belt, they have all these great IPs with great stories and great acting. Now they got fucking Bungie to fuck it all up. Sorry.
I love it. I
Damn.
love it.
All right. Yeah, there you go.
There's nothing
I
great
got
about
mad.
fucking Destiny.
Hey, do you feel his emotion?
No.
What is it? What color is it?
What color is it?
I like Destiny okay. I mean, it's fine.
I'm sweating over here because the heater's on. It's got me all.
I don't know.
Tell me how you really feel.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because it's just the stories are.
I agree with you on that. The story with Destiny is garbage, but
The
hopefully
worlds are beautiful.
the world is nice.
Yeah.
I mean, the worlds are nice, right?
Yeah.
You don't enjoy the
fun.
gameplay though.
Meaningful characters to get a hold of.
See, if
just
you
like
want
a
it-
Dying Light.
if
Yeah,
you
that's
want
true.
really good characters, play Life is Strange True Colors, damn it. Don't make fun of it.
I am.
Go play it.
I am going to play it.
Yeah, then
And
you'll
I'm
know what
gonna
real
review
characters
it.
are like. Yeah.
I'm going to review it, and then you're going to be holding this. Say, I'm sorry I made you play that game.
Hey. Fuck you.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
shit. Okay, anyway.
This went from 1 to fucking 10 real goddamn quick over one news article. What else we got? Or you want to?
Well, I want to elaborate more on this conversation. And mention with this acquisition, Sony now has an extensive first-party studio list because they have Bend Studio that did A Days Gone, Bungie, Bluepoint Games, Guerrilla Games with Horizon Forbidden West, Housemarque with Returnal, Insomniac with Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank, Media Molecule with Dreams and Little Big Planet, Naughty Dog with Uncharted, freaking Polyphony Digital with Gran Turismo, duh. Sucker Punch Productions, Ghost of Tsushima, Team Asobi that did Astro's Playroom, and then San Diego Studio did MLB The Show, and Santa Monica Studio that did God of War. So they have a lot of studios. Not near as much as Microsoft, but that's a lot of studios.
That's all.
But it's a lot of strong studios, really.
Yeah.
I mean,
and confirmed for this year already, we have Horizon Forbidden. And this is first party, like Sony titles. For Horizon now, first party titles. Horizon Forbidden West, Destiny 2 The Witch Queen, Gran Turismo 7, Marvel Spider-Man 2, MLB The Show 22. And then Ghostwire Tokyo is not on this list, but that's technically considered it. Even though it's a Bethesda property, it will be a PlayStation exclusive. This is the last PlayStation exclusive left.
PlayStation exclusive.
For after the Bethesda acquisition.
Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, it's exciting. They're picking stuff up. I think it's a smart buy. I mean, I think it's going to help them out to have this. I mean, I think Destiny 2 is a great property, and it may not be a great story, but it's a great game. I don't.
Why don't you play more?
Because I don't have time. I got too many other
Are we going
games
to play The
play.
Witch Queen?
I would if y'all want to play with. Yeah, of course.
I'll play with
I'm down. Yeah, just Austin won't ever play with me. He played that one
if
night.
it's gonna be on the Game Pass, I'll play it.
Austin just won't replay anything with us, so it's just like he's
That's fine.
just done.
He's just done.
So we gotta play together.
All
The
right.
Witch Queen will be on Game Pass, so I'll
Then
play
I'll
it.
probably play it.
Probably play it.
And then we can talk about how shit he is. Why this is a bad idea.
It's gonna have a raid.
God dang it.
Yeah. Oh, they also have Discord support that came out, which was not at all what we thought it was gonna be for PlayStation.
Balls.
Oh, the fucking
sucks.
PlayStation Discord
Yeah,
thing?
but I can now
horse
see
shit.
when Jason's playing a game.
Oh,
on-
whipty fucking
yeah.
dude. How does that fucking help? I still have to pull
Discord
out my
chat.
goddamn phone for the Discord chat. It makes 0 sense. Why?
Hopefully the integration's coming.
Well, yeah, but still,
hope this
why even
isn't-
fucking release that stupid shit?
We better
I
not
like
look
it.
back and be like, and this was the downturn of Sony. Discord
not.
and Bungie.
So with the Discord thing, I got excited. I saw it on Facebook. It's like, fuck yeah, I'm going to do it right now. So I did all the stuff, and it turns out you can't use the fucking chat. So a lot of times when I play with these guys, they're playing on PC, and we have to use Discord. Fucking PlayStation doesn't have a Discord app, so I can't fucking chat to them. So I have to pull out my fucking phone and use my shitty ass earbuds to talk to you assholes, and it's fucking annoying. So what's the purpose of fucking doing this to fucking link your shit together? Why? What's the point? Jason's playing on PlayStation. No shit, because that's all I have.
Well, because then I can text Jason and be like, "Hey, you're playing Dying Light 2. Let's play."
But you have it on PlayStation.
I know, but I can find out when I'm playing my PC that you're playing on PlayStation. I can
You could
come
just
over.
text me.
I know, but I don't want to do that. I'd rather just like
You'd
secretly
rather
find
have
out.
something tell him what
Yeah.
you're doing. So
It's great. Anyway,
you want us to buy you a nice wireless Bluetooth headset
No.
for your phone?
No.
Because then you just put it on. And then you can be like, "What's up, boys?"
sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
but then it doesn't matter because you still have to have your headphones on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that 2 sets of headphones.
You know
on.
what? Oh, look, I got it. This is it. You take a cord from your Nintendo Switch, your PlayStation,
Yeah.
and you run it into here, and then somehow there's an app that does things,
transfers
and you
shit.
wear one headset.
I don't know. I'm just
Thanks, Nintendo.
I'm so mad. And plus, like, the phones now, they don't have like the jack for like
I know they don't have
aux
jack on.
jacks. I don't know, dude. Fuck this. I was so goddamn mad that day. It's like the one thing I was hoping for.
Yeah,
And-
all of us.
Yeah, and it
Maybe it's coming.
it bent me over and fucked me.
Sorry,
but
man.
everyone knows
Give
I'm
it
playing
time. Give
PlayStation
it
now.
Give
All
it
of their
time.
money on Bungie, so they're like, okay, we have to wait on this one.
You have to calm it down.
I just think it's gonna be harder for them to get that integration to come into play than they thought it would be. Like,
Yeah.
because they're gonna have to make an app for it, and the app has to be able to run in the background. I mean, it's got to be basically a full-on integration. I don't know if they're willing to do all that.
And you don't really have like an Internet Explorer on
You have a
the
browser,
PlayStation,
but it's
you
not
can't.
great.
It's limited.
Yeah.
So I can even go to the Discord website.
Yeah.
But I can't utilize the chat at all in there.
Right.
So
Yeah, it's a bummer, but it is what it is. So moving on.
there's my rant.
I'm probably not gonna dwell on this too much because it sounds like y'all don't care about either of these games. But
Yay.
PlayStation had a state of play. This is backwards. We're saving this for the end. PlayStation had a state of play, 2 state of plays actually last week. One of them was for a deep dive into Gran Turismo 7,
Which looks beautiful.
This does look beautiful. And then the other one was for Ghostwire Tokyo, the new game from the creators of The Evil Within 2. So with Gran Turismo 7, it was like a 20-minute experience where they showcase everything that's in this game. And as a racing game fan myself, shout out to those racing game fans that are out there in the world, this game looks incredible for what they've been able to put in this thing. Now, it's not an open world like a lot of the other racing games are that have been coming out as of late. It's limited to like you play tracks and you pick the tracks you're going into. But the amount of depth that they put into this, there's like 300 some cars. They're all beautifully detailed and modeled. You can change every aspect of your automobile from like the cosmetics all the way down to like whether you put a turbocharger in there and how much power you put in the turbocharger. It's freaking crazy. And there's driving like courses that you can take. Like I remember back playing like Gran Turismo 4, there's like driving courses you could take that tell you how to drive. And you have to pass them in order to get to certain points of the game because you got to learn how the simulation operates because this is a simulation game. It is not a arcade racer. It is very much a racing sim that people like actually have like millions of dollars worth of like setups to like play this game on. It's pretty wild. But there's a crazy amount of content in here, crazy amount of tracks, lots of races, lots of different types of like love, like everything you can possibly imagine doing in this game, you can pretty much do it, except for like a massive, huge free roam space, which doesn't really need it. But visually, it's like
It looks so real.
it looks so freaking real, and that's what Gran Turismo has always done a good job at. It's just like photorealism is like no joke with this series, and I'm anxious to jump into it and play it. It's coming out very soon, so that'll be nice to see, and hopefully it does a lot of good stuff for the PlayStation.
Franchise.
Yeah.
Oh, the PlayStation.
Yeah, love it. And then there's Ghostwire Tokyo. They had a reveal. So this is that Tango Gameworks game that if y'all remember that one E3, there was that girl that was like super, super excited that came out and like talked about her game. She's no longer with company anymore, but this is their next game that's coming out. And this game looks fucked up. It looks really, really wild. It's a first-person game. It's very different than Evil Within. This was actually going to be a sequel to The Evil Within, and then eventually they pivoted and made it its own game.
Really?
So, yeah. So that was really interesting to see. And it's really, really different. But it's set in this weird, fucked up version of Tokyo.
And it's open world.
It's open world, yeah. First person, you have these powers, and shit's gone awry. And it's your job to figure out what's going on. So it's pretty crazy.
Reluctant hero becomes willing hero with powers.
It looks so weird. Like some of the visuals look great, and then like some of it's just kind of like, ugh, what the fuck?
This is definitely last gen.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Oh, look, Thunderman.
This still looks pretty good, though. I mean, it looks better than Dying Light.
True. I'll give you that much, but
Not by much. Come
yeah.
on. Come on.
I mean, like all the
whole
visuals
Doctor
and
Strange
though, I
shit
mean,
is
it's
like
pretty
throwing
neat.
me off. It's fucking crazy.
I mean, this looks good. I think this looks really good.
I don't know.
Can't wait for you to review it then.
Yeah, I'll probably get.
I mean, I don't want to. I don't know if
you
I'm
can
going to
see
play
colors.
it, but I think I mean, it's the visuals, all the physics and shit
Oh.
like that look pretty wild.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, it's a lot more stylized, so it makes the honing in on visuals.
It feels like an
Ooh.
arcane game, actually.
Oh, you do get weapons. It's not just hand magic.
Yeah,
Oh, no, grandma.
yeah. So there's going to be. Trying to see here. So there's a couple of like interesting powers and stuff like that. So you have this like grappling hook kind of thing that you can do. That's called the Tengu ability. It lets you latch onto monsters in the air, and you can like reach out to them with like this grappling hook, like supernatural power to leap onto them and navigate across like rooftops and stuff like that. There's like a glide ability you can use. There's this thing called a spectral vision pulse that lets you activate detective mode to reveal stuff around you, which I feel like every game has that now ever since Batman introduced it.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Batman.
I would say Assassin's Creed actually.
You think so?
Assassin's Creed introduced.
Oh, that's
Eagle
right. Yeah, I
Vision
guess so,
first.
yeah.
Batman improved on it.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about the Eagle Vision.
Yeah.
And then there is there's this thing called ethereal weaving that's used to fight monsters that appear after vanishing. It fuses energy together with fire, air, and water to launch close range attacks or long range attacks at the enemies that require different play styles to defeat. So that's one thing that looks really cool about this. There seems to be a lot of variety in the combat with both hand-to-hand combat and then weapon-based combat.
Is there a lot of parkour with this game too at all? Because
I think so, but I don't think it's like. I mean, it's definitely not to the level of like the parkour that we have in
Dying Light.
Dying Light, but I think it's more like you can like climb up on the side of buildings and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But it's more using your like grappling hook thing to like
To pull yourself
pull
up.
you up around. And
What's the
travel around.
storyline a little bit? Just ghosts have taken over Tokyo and you have to...
So
Because I still don't understand the storyline.
Ghostwire Tokyo opens as main character Akito wakes up after the vanishing. 99% of the population is gone. The city is flooded with supernatural creatures, and there's a demon called KK in your head. So that's how they get you started. And then you must master your new abilities to fight ghouls and figure out what happened to Tokyo and save it. And then from there, it's just like, the story unfolds beyond that. But
Okay.
a lot of weird shit happening, basically. But it's coming out March 25th, so it's not too far away. Another game coming out in March.
Looking forward to your review.
Yeah. I'm probably be playing Borderlands when it comes out.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to play this right when it comes out. I don't know if I'm even going to play it at all, but I'm interested though. I'm more interested than I thought I would be. Definitely looks kind of cool.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
I
there
don't
you
know.
go.
Maybe. Maybe.
I wish it was also co-op.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be co-op whenever it showed like the four guys falling together.
Right.
I thought there was going to be like a co-op mode to it that's
That'd be
not
nice.
connected to the story. Yeah.
So another surprise last week was The Wolf Among Us 2 got its first actual gameplay trailer and 2023 launch window.
So this game is kind of like the Telltale ones, right?
This is a Telltale game. It was a Telltale game.
Oh, yeah, it is a Telltale
And now it is made by the new Telltale games.
Okay.
But it
Did
came
y'all
out
play
as a
the other
Telltale.
one?
Yes.
I didn't get to, but I heard it was amazing.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
This, to me, other than the first Walking Dead that they made, is the best Telltale game that was ever made.
Really?
Yes. Wholeheartedly, 100% agree to that. Well, hang on.
Oh boy.
It's a toss-up between that and Tales from the Borderlands, because that was really damn good, too. That one was really, really good. But they're kind of in the same vein.
Well, this one's more of an original concept than grabbing something from...
It's still
comic?
grabbing from a comic, yeah.
Oh, it's grabbed from a comic?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
never mind.
it's a series called Fables, I believe, or Fable, and it's like
takes,
fairy tale characters that are brought into like a noir kind of
never
world and
mind.
stuff like that, and doing that. So it's
Yeah.
inspired by that, but it's a whole comic series. But the first one was really, really. I mean, it just felt like a really badass noir story, and getting to meet Big Bad. His name's Big B. Getting to meet him and interact with his character. I mean, it feels like I was watching like a Pulp Fiction, like freaking Tarantino film, but like much darker. But it's really, really well done. Awesome story. Obviously, it's like Telltale, so like there wasn't a lot of gameplay stuff in it, but just like the story moments and stuff were just really, really neat and fun and exciting. So this one is going to take place 6 months after
Wizard
the
of Oz.
first season. So it's a brand new engine. Actually, it's not even a brand new engine. It's using Unreal Engine. So one of the decisions that the person that invested into bringing back Telltale was like, instead of us wasting time managing our own engine like we did, let's just use Unreal, because it's there, it exists, it's really
looks
good. We can
good.
expand upon it. So they are using Unreal Engine, so they don't have to spend so much time on that stuff and focus more on building the game out the way it needs to be. The other big change that they're making is usually when these games come out, they bring out an episode and then you wait like a couple months and you forget. These are going to be weeks. So it's
That's
going to come
good.
out in a series of weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, because I played the Batman one and like I beat the first episode and I was just like, where's the next one? And then it's like, oh, a month out, next episode will be out. And I was like, are you kidding me? I'll forget everything.
Yeah, I know.
I know they
That's
do
why
the like last time episode or whatever. But
That's why I
it's just-
waited for everything to be out, so
And
that
then
I can just play it back to back.
Yeah.
I still have that. I need to
Because I didn't
play it
finish
again.
The Walking Dead until after it actually had all come out. I played a
Right.
few episodes and it was just like I forgot about it.
I think that's the way to do it. Is binge it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause it's nice to be able to continue that, especially because they leave you with such like intense cliffhangers and stuff.
I almost played it every week on the same day.
Oh, it's a
just so I
DC
would, like,
comic book?
Yeah.
I'd just be excited about it every week. Something to play.
Yeah.
Interesting. Like you don't forget within a week.
Yeah.
Right. So looking at what the story is going to be about, it's so 6 months of the first season. Big B Wolf has been suspended from his role as sheriff of Fabletown by his new boss, Snow White, who has become the deputy mayor overseeing a reformed administration. Cut loose in an anger management, Telltale says much of the tale revolves around Big B having to discover his own definitions of good and evil as he meets a New York City detective and assists him on a new case. Players can expect to bump into returning faces and newcomers, including characters from The Wizard of Oz, such as Scarecrow and Tin Man.
Nice.
So
Maybe Sam and I need to play this. She likes those Fable.
I bet you she would love this.
Love this.
Yeah, because it's a really, really cool
They
story.
need a remaster.
And yeah, I know the first one is probably gonna be hard to go into, but I feel like you need to play it just to get a feel for what happened.
Shit.
But I don't know. Maybe they'll bring something out ahead of time and be like, oh hey,
Maybe
if you
a
didn't play
combo
this-
bundle thing.
Yeah.
Remaster Wolf Among Us and 2. That's what they should do since it's been so long since the last one came out.
Agreed. Yeah. So yeah, I'm really excited. I mean, this is one of the most anticipated games I always wanted them to make, and I was really happy to hear them announce a rebuilding
2023.
Telltale and they're bringing it
Telltale.
out, because this was a solid, very solid story. Yeah, definitely recommend. And then they're also at the same time building that the Expanse, which I think it was crazy that they're not only building that, but then they're building the Expanse as a story Telltale series in collaboration with Deck 9. So that'll be interesting to see how that comes out. Which I never watched The Expanse. Have y'all seen that show?
No.
Apparently it's really good. I just haven't picked it up. So we'll see.
Nice.
So that is that.
Moving on, Nintendo.
Nintendo Direct. Did y'all watch this Direct?
No.
Son of a bitch.
I saw this, though. The Mario Strikers.
Yeah.
Goddamn Rocket League mixed up fucking Mario.
Yep.
What up?
People are really happy about this one because this is this has existed before, but they've brought it out, expanded it, and it looks really, really good. It looks fun. Like, I'm excited. Mario Strikers Battle League is the name of it, and it is a
So it's
freaking
Rocket
wild. It's
just
it's
kidding.
a soccer
I'm kidding.
game, but
It's
it's,
a
like
soccer
battle
game.
soccer.
Yeah.
But you
Hey,
can pick
man.
up the ball. It's like Blitz. It's kind of like NFL Blitz with soccer
see,
and Mario
that's what I was
characters.
seeing. I kind of want to pick it up.
I think I
Dude,
could
yeah.
get into this.
I think it's
Same.
gonna be a blast. It's a 5 versus
Sit by
5
Switch.
game with a high
I
emphasis on offense with tackles, items, and special shots to make
here
things
we
more
go.
frenetic than standard soccer.
I dig it. I dig it. Everyone has their own like little powers.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. It comes out June 10th.
Different outfits.
Just kicked his ass.
Hell yeah.
Throw out a banana peel.
Whoa, he just shit out an egg.
Damn.
It's my kind of game right there.
I'm
Shit
telling
out
ya.
eggs, you know. Yeah. So they announced at the Direct Mario Strikers Battle League. No Man's Sky is coming to the Switch. Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp is finally coming April 8th, which I can't wait to play that. They announced a new Fire Emblem game called Fire Emblem 3 Hopes, which is a Dynasty Warriors
That's what I
battle
was about to
style.
say. It looks
Hell
like Dynasty Warriors. I never
Yeah.
played that Dynasty Warrior game, but I feel like I would like it.
It's really fast paced. Yeah.
Because then
I
they
think
come
you
out
would.
with
I'm gonna like
one
that
that
one
was
better.
kind of like a Zelda one back in the day.
Hyrule
Maybe.
Wars.
Yeah, I think that's what it was
Yeah.
called.
Yeah.
I've been playing that. It's fun. It's
Yeah.
really fun. And that's what with this game, Fire Emblem.
Fire
Wars.
Emblems. Yeah.
Like
That's
it
what-
was.
Yeah.
It was. I liked the game, and the story was fairly interesting, and
Yeah.
and it was kind of like a Game of Thrones ish kind
Style.
of, not like super. I use that lightly,
Yeah.
but it kind of felt like that, like for
liked Game of
Nintendo,
Thrones.
and there's just a lot of JRPG type stuff in there that I just like couldn't get past.
Not your jam.
So I only played like 5 or 6 hours. I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Still 5-6 hours. Pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. But now I just go around and kill people, and I like that.
Yeah.
There you go.
True.
I'm all about it.
They showed off a trailer for Splatoon 3 for Salmon Run, and it looks so weird because it's like
Why is it?
this is like a kid-focused game, but it looks so dark and like
Yeah.
fucked up. Like, I
Have
don't
you
know.
guys
it was,
played
it was off.
Splatoon at all?
man.
Isn't it a battle royale game or
No.
like a?
It's an arena-based
Shooter,
kinda
okay.
thing, yeah.
That's what I meant to
I'm
say.
down
Not a
for
battle
dark.
royale.
We played Splatoon 2 for a little bit when it first came out because that was one of the few multiplayer games that was there.
Yeah.
Before Switch made you pay for it. And it was fun. I mean, I had a good time with it. It was fun to get into it and screw around for a little while.
Oh,
it's
wow.
not a like, hey, I want to play like a shit ton of this all
Like
the time.
WW2 or something going on here.
but- yeah, it really
Dude,
is.
this is cool. I like this.
Yeah,
Splatoon 3, Salmon Run.
Interesting.
it's definitely more adult focused,
Yeah.
but
Well, you got to think
Well, why
about
do
it
you say
now.
adult
That
focused?
game came out when
it's darker. It's not like it's kid friendly.
Darker what? Like, it's just The tone's darker?
Yeah,
or like,
darker tone.
just
I mean,
darker
it's like
tone.
there's a freaking like apocalyptic kind of situation happening here, whereas
Well, it's growing
first
up.
game
It's growing
was-
up with those original
Yeah.
kids that are playing this game. Really, if you think about it, so yeah, they're going to get a little bit more into a darker theme, not storyline. Which I'm
Yeah.
assuming there's no storyline, but a darker theme to it.
yeah,
It's horde mode, and I like that.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because like online was tough. And plus, you could jump into a game and it wasn't like horrible, but it's nice to play with your friends, and this seems like more I can.
yeah. I
You
mean,
guys
this
wanna
was
play
in
some
this was
Splatoon?
in Splatoon 2. They had Salmon Run. This is just a darker version of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
we
is
just
this
never played
Is this
Salmon
DLC?
Run. No, this is just part of Splatoon 3.
Oh,
Yeah, we just never played Salmon Run for whatever reason.
so I already have this.
Yeah, well, on Splatoon 2, this is the new version.
Oh,
It's a brand new game.
Okay.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
already
With
confused.
Salmon Run.
All right.
But Splatoon 2 had a Salmon Run
Right.
mode.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah,
And this one just looks better.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's just different. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just basically saying Splatoon 2 didn't not have Salmon Run. It was there. It's
But
just
no one
this
talked
isn't-
about it.
Well, a lot of people talked about it. Just we
Did
never
they?
played it. Yeah.
Look, they have Godzilla salmon.
I know, right? Yeah.
Interesting.
It's cool.
Way better.
Yeah.
Way better.
There you go.
I need to play the other one to know.
Yeah. There's a Chrono Cross is coming out. It's it's coming back. It's actually a remaster.
gosh.
Apparently people love Chrono Cross or
Yeah, let's just not talk about
Trigger.
that one.
Goddamn Portal? It's coming to Switch?
The full companion collection. So this is Portal 1 and
What?
2.
What?
Yes.
You gonna get it?
Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm going to get it. There's multiplayer in 2, right?
Yeah.
Are they keeping that?
I don't know, probably.
Oh my god. When's it come out?
Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Oh, yeah.
Portal
Splatoon
2.
multiplayer available in the sequel. There you go.
Fuck yes.
You can play with Sam?
Later this
Oh
year.
hell yeah, dude. She'll
But
love
no
this game.
date announced.
My god.
Oh, damn. I didn't think that
This
would
is
excite you
it.
guys.
What?
I didn't think that would excite you guys.
Fuck yeah,
This is
dude.
it.
All right. There you go.
Oh my god.
We're also getting Nintendo Switch Sports. So they're bringing Wii Sports to the Switch, which is pretty
Okay.
cool. I'm excited about
Oh.
this. Look at that. You got badminton, soccer, volleyball,
right, move on.
bowling, tennis, freaking all
Mario
the
Kart
shit.
8 Deluxe.
Oh, yeah. So, so rather than Mario Kart 9, we're getting Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC pack, which is the booster course pass that's going to give us 48 new tracks for Mario Kart 8.
Holy shit, 48. I
Yes.
thought it was going to be
Yeah.
like 3 or 4.
No, for 25
All of them.
bucks, you get a pass, and it's going to be released in 6 waves, 8 courses at a time, through to the end of 2023. So over the next 2 years, you're going to get 48 new tracks, remastered tracks of like all the old games brought to life in this new game. Or if you have the Switch Online Plus expansion pass that comes with 64, you get this for free. So they're adding a little bit of bonus to having that $50 pass that we had talked about being way overpriced by adding this as a free add-on to the game.
I think that's a smart move. Instead of coming out with a whole nother game,
Yeah.
is just add more. And that's a
Yeah.
lot more, like a good chunk.
This
I don't
is their
think there's
top
anything
selling
wrong.
Nintendo game.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Nintendo Switch game. Like, what the this game? Like,
I heard a stat that said that
I know why.
46 to 48% of Switch owners have this game.
Yeah.
That's huge.
because it comes with the bundle pack when you buy the Switch.
No, yeah. That could be.
Yeah, it does.
I know. That's why this is the most selling, because they can just tack that on. Like, oh, look, they bought
Yeah.
it.
but it's also really good. I mean, I
Yeah, it's
love
a
Mario
good-
Kart
it's a
8. It
good
was
game.
awesome. always
I
have
didn't
fun playing
enjoy
it.
Mario Kart on the Wii U because they like to use the motion control, which you can turn on.
yeah.
It was
Yeah.
stupid and annoying. Yeah,
we
that's
don't- we don't
fucking.
care about that.
That's badass, though.
This looks a
Yeah,
lot better.
I'm excited for that.
That's a smart move to just continue.
Yeah. And then the big final announcement was Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is coming to the Switch. I've never played a
There's a
Xenoblade
third
game.
one?
Have y'all played it?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, I played 2.
Did you like it?
2 JRPG.
2 JRPG. Yeah, there you go. I actually got fairly far in that game.
Really?
Well, I put a decent amount of hours in it.
What's the gameplay like? Is it like
like this.
third
Looks like
person
Breath of the
action
Wild.
adventure?
Yeah.
Ooh, that looks good right there.
Yeah,
That
it looks,
looks
like-
it looks beautiful.
The cutscenes are great. It was just hard to like get into the store. There's a lot going on. But normally I like it.
So if it has a mix of fantasy, science fiction, and heavy British accents. They actually put
Ooh.
British accents in
Yeah,
this game.
look at
I'm like,
that.
Right.
I feel like a lot of JRPGs are very stiff in my eyes, not very
are.
fluid.
They are. They like the technical, whatever, mumbo jumbo stuff.
Their costumes are always really amazing, though.
Oh, of course,
every
yeah.
time, man. Every
See
time.
at
like
Comic
that.
Cons all the time. I'm like, what the fuck are they?
Who are you?
Who are
Yeah.
you?
But that was Nintendo Direct. So there was not a lot of like brand new games, but like Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is a big deal. I think the expansion pass was awesome for Mario Kart. Obviously, Portal coming to the Switch is really cool.
Fucking Portal.
Yeah. Mario Strikers Battle League, I think, is a pretty big highlight. So yeah, some pretty cool stuff. It's good.
Fuck, I'm just excited for Portal.
Hell yeah. So this may be something to be excited or not about, but
I'm excited, Brett.
Battlefield 2042, everybody.
Yes.
The season 1, so this game came out, full price game. We've talked about it immensely on this podcast. Not as great as it should have been, but it is what it is. Still full of bugs. As a result of that, they have delayed the first season. That is supposed to be like their first realm into the hey, like buy our battle pass and get a bunch of unlocks and shit like that. It's been pushing out of the summer. So it was supposed to come out like in March-ish, and now it's like pushing back to the summer. But they did announce that they are going to bring in things that people were saying that should have been in the game in the first place, such as an actual scoreboard is coming to the game. They're going to bring actual voice chat to the game.
Oh.
So it's like, we've heard you guys.
We need voice chat.
We feel like voice chat might be a good feature to have in the game. It's just this. They said it's, quote, just the start of the improvements we're bringing to enhance
You
team
have an
play and
option
communication.
in there to mute someone. Mute them from fucking what?
I know. And then they're going to be adding player profiles to summarize player career stats and indicate progress towards future unlocks. And then a tighter squad loop with a refined ping system and improved reward loop to encourage squads to play the objective. What a concept.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
weird.
What a concept. Who would have thought we need that in Battlefield?
Are we
I'm gonna hold the thing because I'm angry. This is the angry one.
There's an angry one, red.
Who the fuck was like, oh yeah, we don't need any of this stuff that's been in games for I don't know how many years?
Well, and they invented this stuff too.
Yeah, like the fuck. We don't
They're
need this.
known
We don't
for
need
it.
that.
It's like,
yeah.
hey, remember when we built these squads in games and we made you like work it as a team to get more points? We made you get more points in the game. And then now it's like, oh yeah, remember that gameplay thing that we invented that was really brilliant? Let's just take it out.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I guess you still wanted it. We're sorry.
So my question is, if they do all this, are we jumping back into it?
No.
I played it last night actually.
Fuck this shit.
He's playing a
I
lot.
played it last night actually.
Dude, no, like I don't want like you have a certain amount of time. Back in the day, you had a game, it's like, oh, this is actually fucking good. Yeah, there's some bugs here, there's some bugs there, but you can get past that. The story's great, the gameplay's great, Battlefield's great. No, like people are gonna start people are already jumping off this shit. They're already thinking about trying to make it free to play. Fuck, add this shit in. It should have been in the first place. Fuck.
I wish I had the power to see how he feels because I don't. I can't.
I
Judge
see
it.
this red aura around
Oh, you see it?
Yeah.
Man, that would be an amazing power to have right now.
Well, so
Like, what do they think? They could just add this shit in, then everything's gonna be okay, and all the people are gonna just come flooding back in. No, that's not how 2022 works anymore.
Clearly,
Well,
with
this
all the
much
video games, that's how it works now.
Oh fuck.
well, at this point, I mean, that's just what they have to work with. I mean, they fucked up, so now they got to fix it.
Good. I hope it's like
So, there you go.
Nah, they'll come out with Battlefield 2043.
Yeah, probably. They so Austin's not the only one that's angry about this game.
Oh God.
There's a change.org petition that got started that was titled "Enable Battlefield 2042 on all platforms to be refunded," and since yesterday, it has 176,000 petition signs out of 200,000 that they're trying to reach. So they're
I'm gonna
very
go sign
close
right now. Fucking sign. Where is it?
Just go to change.org. And it's probably on the front page.
God damn.
So people are very upset about it. I did jump in last night with some friends.
Yeah, how was it?
It was pretty fun. I mean, it was like, there was still the bullshit of like, so what's really funny about this game is like the 128 player increase sounded really awesome.
Yeah.
Now that it's there, I feel like it was the wrong direction because now it just feels like more chaos than it once was before. Before it was controlled chaos. Now it's just absolute chaos because the game mechanics are not designed to encourage the squad play. So you go into an area, you think your squad's gonna be with you. They're not with you. You get gunned down and shot, and you have to go back in there again and just rinse and repeat 20,000 times.
I don't know. I just wish you can add more people into your group. If
That's
you,
not
I
it.
feel like if you're able to do that, the numbers wouldn't matter because you can only have a max of 4 people in there.
Yeah.
At least have 6. A squad of 6.
Yeah.
5 will be fine too.
Wait, so what were you saying again?
Huh?
What were you saying?
You said that the increase in number is
So the
affecting the
128
game.
player count, I think,
It's
may
just
have
too
affected the
chaotic.
game.
Yes, it has. I said that from, I don't know, last time we talked about this.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, well, now they have 64 player stuff in there. And it's supposed to be for a limited time, and it's still there.
Yeah.
It's like, so you didn't have it, and now you have it, and now it's a permanent thing. It's like, why not just have it to begin with? Like, what the fuck? Big team battles, normal battle. Like, those two, just get
Right.
in there.
Yeah.
God dang it.
I would like to play this a little bit more.
I mean, I'm always down to play. I mean, I still
because
enjoy...
I enjoy a little bit of it, but then again, I can only play it for like maybe an hour, maybe 2, and then I'm
Yeah.
kind of just like done with it. It's just
Yeah.
it's not a game that I'm gonna grind into like Dying Light 2. The gameplay's fun, and I enjoy playing with people, but with this game, it's just it gets stale after a while.
There's some good I mean, there's always good moments in this game, but it's definitely... You're signing the wrong petition, Austin.
I am?
Yeah, this is the shitty position that somebody made to try and be cool.
Slow at the top.
Look up just Google it, actually.
I did.
No,
This is what it gave me.
Google it differently.
Is there not a link to click on the article?
Google it differently.
Yeah, look at the article.
Yeah, look at
It's
the article. There's probably
I
a
think has
link.
one in here. I didn't pull over this from the article though, but
Oh, I thought you had it up.
no, I just wrote it in the title.
Okay.
Just search for Battlefield
How would that
2042
work?
petition.
How would they refund
I
people?
just
do it again? But let me guide you.
Like if the petition goes through, which it won't.
Okay.
How would they refund people?
There, go to that fourth. No, that's not it. They would have to work through the platforms. That's not it. Hang on a minute. Oh, you searched for change.org. That's why you fucked up. Hang on. Search for Battlefield 2042 petition.
It's not on change.org.
Well, it is, but
Could've swore
that's
you
not
said
going
it
to work.
was.
It is, but that's not going to how you're going to get. That's not going to be how you get to it.
Okay.
All right, click on that second one there, and then look for the link inside the article here.
Sorry,
right there.
guys. We're doing it
There you
live.
go.
Yeah, we're doing live.
There you go. Now you got it.
Jesus Christ.
No, it's
Holy
like
fuck, they're
175.
almost there.
Yeah, 185,000 now.
It is the 13th at 2:14, and they are at a lot. They are almost there.
They're gonna make it. I refuse to sign it because I don't want a refund. No, I'm just kidding. Do you guys think it's false advertising though?
Yes.
Why?
Do we expect a game to be complete? At what point is a game broken? So
well,
broken.
I mean, they don't say when the game comes out, hey, Battlefield 2042 is complete game.
What is a define complete game?
I fucking hate you.
I know, me too.
I mean, these days you got to expect a game comes out, it's gonna be a hot pile of trash.
Look,
If it has,
to
if
be
it has
honest,
online capabilities, which every
no,
game does,
I think
Dying Light too.
I think I agree with Austin. If you're paying $70 for a fucking video game,
can't
it
connect.
can't
you
connect.
can't play the game. False
Yeah.
advertising.
No, I know. It's
It is.
bullshit. I'm just giving you
bullshit.
guys shit, but it's it does suck.
you're sorry.
It's just like, I'm sorry. I keep grabbing that because it's like a habit, but yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah, it's
It sucks so bad though. Like what hurts so much is like I feel like I went through a bad breakup. You know what I mean? Where like freaking like my freaking girlfriend walked out on me and cheated on me with somebody else or some shit like that, because that's what this feels like.
No, this is just
It's
a
like
bad
I've loved this
relationship.
game.
This is-
oh yeah, it is a bad relationship. You're right.
It is.
My freaking wife is beating me.
Yes. No, it's your husband. This is
Her
your.
husband. Wait,
You're
no,
the girl.
I'm not.
I saw something on TikTok.
We're all the girls here getting beat up. Okay.
I saw something on TikTok. The guy's like, "Yeah, my ex used to cosplay. She used to cosplay as herself being a bitch."
Easy cosplay.
So bad.
I fucking love it.
Easy
It's
cosplay.
so bad.
No, it's like you promise people the stuff, you get people hyped, and there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong about the trailers getting people hyped. But you gotta, if you can't play the game, which apparently like you can't play the game.
You got to release a working game.
Yes, that's the key
Fuck.
thing.
Is it that hard?
You pay for a product that you're expecting to have 100% of. Maybe a little hiccups here and there, but if you can't even play the game, what's the point?
Well, and I wonder how this
That's what
stuff
I-
happens.
that's what I told
'cause
Dying
it
Light
keeps
too.
happening. It's like, how does this continue to happen? And that they're
because they're forcing these developers to get the game out
Yep.
at a certain date, no matter what. Work your ass off, to get it there, and if it doesn't, well, we'll just fix it after the fact. We just need the money to get in for. I mean, this is where I think capitalism runs amok.
It's a Ponzi scheme.
I mean, yeah, they know people are going to buy it. That's the thing.
Yeah, people are going to buy it.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of the best selling games last year. So
I'm a person.
I understand for profit capitalism. You got to get the stuff out there, but you also have goodwill, and we've talked about that in the podcast before. If you don't have goodwill, you're going to start going downhill, and that's why I don't understand these companies are just like, fuck it, we're just going to get out, we're going to have a bunch of money, and we're going to continue to do the same thing. And then they're like, oh well, EA, like, oh, gamers don't like single player games, and now they're like, fuck, gamers love single player games.
But how far is it going to go? Like,
exactly.
For example, this comes out, did all shit. 2 or 3 years down the road, they're going to come out with another game, a Battlefield, and everyone's going to forget this. So do you blame the company or do you blame the people for buying it? It's the same way with fucking pre-ordering it.
Yeah.
People go out and pre-order it to get all the fucking bundles of stuff, and that's why they do it. And the same way with microtransactions.
Yep.
Only way to stop microtransaction is by the individual person stop purchasing them.
Right.
Yeah, 100%. Because this has happened for the last 10 Battlefield releases.
Because
this is not new.
Yeah, this is not new
Battlefield
at all.
2 released like a piece of shit. Battlefield 3 released like a piece of shit. Battlefield 4 released like a piece of shit.
And guess what?
Battlefield 1 released like a piece of shit. Battlefield 5 released like a piece of shit. And 2042 released like a piece of shit.
And guess what? You still
Does
bought
anybody
this game.
talk about that? Oh, I didn't care. I was happy. I was happy to get it. I'm not complaining.
I was too, because I didn't have any of these bugs that everyone kept having.
Yeah. I mean, I did have a lot more bugs, I feel like, than what I'm used to, but that was a really pain in the ass, major problem. But I remember I would play Battlefield 2 for the first 2 years of playing that game, vaulting over a thing. My character would jump up over the wall.
Yeah.
And he would just and then you'd fall back down.
Oh, nice.
Fall back. He didn't
How'd you unlock that
go
ability?
over. I just turned on my computer, I guess. Yeah. It was amazing. It was amazing power. Yeah.
He was DJing on the thing.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Can't get over this.
That's how they came up with the music for this Battlefield 2042.
That's exactly
You
right.
can't even put the theme song in the fucking game.
I love bringing that up to Travis. He fucking hates it
I
goddamn.
know. I will. Yeah, I'm with him on that.
I mean, I'm okay with them wanting to change it a little bit, but
I'm going to set that as his ringtone when he calls it.
Oh my god.
geez.
You just calm and play the song.
Call him play it, yeah.
It's great. Well, give it a year. We'll be playing the shit out of this game. It's going to be awesome. So,
True statement.
there it is. Yeah.
Heard it here first.
Heard it here first, everybody.
Man.
All right. Speaking of games that work really, really well, there's this really popular game that's been taking over the world by storm as of late. I don't know if y'all been playing this game, but it's a game called Wordle. Have y'all been playing Wordle?
So, a funny story about this game. Sam was trying to figure out where everyone's playing this game at, and she downloaded 4 different apps on her phone, thinking it was an app on the phone, but it turns out it's a website that you go to and do it. And she's playing the fuck out of it anyways, but now she has 4 different Wordle apps on her phone
my God.
that has nothing connected to the one on the internet, because Nick finally told her, just which one are you fucking playing?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, this app. He's like, no, it's on the fucking website. You gotta play it on there. So yeah, she loves this game, and the game seems pretty fun, interesting. I'm not good with words, as y'all can tell. So
You're not good with Wordle?
I'm not good with Wordles.
Yeah. I mean, it's a stupid, simple game. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just so this guy, he's a developer. He does kind of the work that I do, but he does a better job at it, clearly. And he just put it on his own website. So he has a website, powerlanguage.co.uk. It's his personal website. And he just built a dummy, he just built this game that he thought would be fun, put it at /Wordle, and then suddenly this thing blew up on the internet. And now you just go to his website to play through the game, and it's super simple. You have to guess a 5-letter word, and you get 1 chance a day. So you will log in every day. You get 1 word to guess. It's the same word for everybody, so there's a nice social aspect to it. You have 6 tries to guess this 5-letter word. You put in a word, any word you want to put in there, and it'll tell you what you got right and wrong. So if it's green, yeah. So if the letter is green, that means you have the right letter in the right place.
Yep.
If the letter is yellow, that means it's the right letter but the wrong place. And if it's dark gray, that means the letter's not in the word.
Yeah.
So you go through a trial of elimination to try and get it right in 6 tries.
It's a simple concept, but it's like addicting. I see people posting up on social media the little squares, the yellow green squares, and how far they got without posting the word. And I was like, what the fuck is all this code shit people are throwing up? What are they trying to say? Are they in distress or something? And I don't fucking know it. Did I miss out on something? Because I'm not big into social media, but I was just like, and then Sam finally told me that's what it is people kind of posting how far they got in that in the game without giving away the word. And I was just like, oh.
Yeah. It's a really clever mechanic because, like, at the end of the game, when you're done, it comes up and it says you got 100% complete. It tells you your score streak, your win streak. So everybody's trying to get, like, the streak as high as they can. So if you play every day, you're going to get your streak. And then you have an option to share. You click share. You can share it to your Twitter, your Facebook, wherever. And all it does is it says Wordle game, whatever number it is. And then it makes a little graphic that shows, like you said, without like the letters. Here's my progression with the colors and stuff like that.
On how far you
It's a simple,
went.
like, beautiful, like, implementation of just like encouraging social, like, competition.
Yeah.
And then
What
somebody
season?
sees that and they're like, "Fuck yeah, I'm going to jump in there and play
What season
it."
are they on? How much is their Game Pass?
There is no Game Pass. There's
That's
none
the
of it.
thing. There is no
Dang,
money.
I can't get cosmetics.
You can't get cosmetics
my
for
win
your
streak?
cubes.
I want My Little Pony and one of the cubes.
I need to be
Well,
quiet.
so
They'll probably implement
that's coming.
that. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Because,
New York Times.
The guy that started it, like, obviously he didn't know it was going to blow up. So he got approached by New York Times and they offered him a 7-figure sum to buy the game. And he sold it. And now New York Times owns it. So when you go to the website, it now redirects you to the New York Times and their version of the game, which is the exact same game, but they changed Wordle to, like, a different typeface. And
Yeah, hopefully
it's
they
part of
don't
the New York
change it
Times
too
thing.
much or anything because it's
Yeah.
like blowing up.
Free to play if you have the New York Times subscription. Free
to
Come on, guys.
I give it a month and it'll happen.
Oh yeah, come on.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I hope they
$2
don't,
a
but
month.
it's also one of those
Or a
things that,
week,
like,
I
you
don't
know,
know.
you're going to run out of enjoyment after, you know, this is some, I mean, how many 5-letter words can you run through before you start seeing repeats and stuff like that? And I'm sure there's a lot, but, like, after, like,
Still
6 months, it's
Yeah,
probably
I
going to be
guess so.
like,
They're gonna have to
okay.
increase it to 6.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like that last.
Well, they'll have variations, I bet, at some point. Like, do a 4-letter word game, a 5-letter word game, 6-letter word
It's
game.
gonna die down like that trivia game that went like very
Trivia
popular.
Crack?
Yeah, Trivia Crack
Yeah.
back in the
or
day.
Trivia HQ.
HQ, that's the one I was
Yeah,
thinking
the
of.
live game show.
and you
Yeah,
can win
you can
money.
win money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna die down.
It will.
I forgot
for
about
sure.
Trivia
Crack.
Crack.
Yeah.
That one was fun.
One thing also I wanted to mention about this is they shit, I lost my train of thought. What was
Sorry.
there was a point that I was going to make about it. Wordle, games,
Great point.
things. Oh, so Gary Whitta, he's the writer of Star Wars. What's the Star Wars show that was like an offshoot that was really, really good? That story.
Offshoot?
Yeah,
on
it was
Disney
like not a
Plus?
main like trilogy. No, it was a movie. The
Rogue
movie-
One?
Yes, thank you. He wrote
Wasn't it?
Rogue One, so he was a
it was
writer for
continued.
Rogue One, and he's into games journalism and stuff like that. He does writes for a bunch of games and whatnot. But he worked with one of a developer friend of his, and they made a new game called Loodle, and it's a lewd version of Wordle. It's like,
Oh,
it's
that's
lewd
smart.
words. It's like, you know,
That's-
penis and this, that, whatever you can throw in there.
There's only
And
so
he's
many
got,
lewd
like,
words you could
he
use
said,
though.
he said he has like 1 million active users right now on the game already. It's
Buy
like
my
freaking crazy.
Loodle.
It's wild. Yeah. So
And how is fucking Rogue One an offshoot?
I don't
not-
know.
it's not an
It's like,
offshoot.
I mean, it's not part of the main trilogy.
Yeah.
set.
It is.
It's a
Oh,
continuation.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, not the main trilogy.
It wasn't like in a trilogy series though. I mean, there was like the first 3, the next 3, the next 3, and this was like
tying.
aside from that.
It was tying in 3 and 4.
I know, but it wasn't like in the package of like, hey, this is a trilogy of 3. It was his own standalone movie that came out like.
It's not standalone
willy-nilly.
though. It's part of 3 and 4.
Well,
It's in
everything is
between.
part of everything
It's
now.
part of the epic.
I'm just
It's
saying
a
it wasn't in a
continuation
trilogy
from 3
series.
to
It
4.
doesn't
How
have an
is that?
episode number in it.
And that okay, I see.
See what I'm
That-
saying?
No, I don't. But that takes the cake.
Yeah.
I got it. Numbers. You're the number guy.
I mean, then you could say the Mandalorian is part of the freaking trilogy. It's not.
Yes, it is.
I know it's canon in the story, but I'm saying it's like it's outside of the trilogies that we know of. Spin-off.
Not
That's what
one
I meant.
off.
Oh, I didn't say one off, did I?
You did.
Oh, okay.
And it's like
I meant a
still
spin-off, yeah.
Rogue One. Okay, Mandalorian spinoff, Rogue One continuation.
All right, guys, that was
Part of
the
the story,
news.
okay. Words, whatever.
We're getting out of here.
Who gives a shit?
I give a shit.
Fucking Star Wars. Jeez.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in, watching us. I'm done with this bullshit.
I love you, Brett.
Anyway. All right, that's going to be it for the news this week. They announced Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2. That's cool and everything. If you haven't subscribed to us yet on YouTube, you can watch these discussions and more at youtube.com/innergamer. We'll be back for a discussion topic that's probably going to get fucked up and go off the being bad. It's great content. All right, bye, y'all.
It's great content.
It is time for our topic of this show. This week we are talking about open world games and how the open world is broken. How do we fix it? Well, this stemmed from us talking about Dying Light 2 and how very obviously Jason felt terribly about this game. And it wasn't just because it was open world, but there's a lot of factors that play into it. But I think it all encompasses around the idea that with this idea of building an open world game, we run into the risk of trying to put too much into this open world that ends up detrimenting the overall gameplay experience and like destroys everything and makes it a bad game overall. Because Dying Light 2, full of bugs. Pokemon Arceus, we talked about being super empty, having a shitty story, all this stuff. A lot of issues that are happening here. And I think I was going through some articles online and found a few key issues that I thought were interesting, worth discussing. So a couple of these items are like things like the player feels disconnected from the story flow, which we can definitely dive into that here in a second. So many collectibles, you're like, when am I ever going to get all this stuff? And is it worth my time?
It's not.
Everyone in the world is lazy, and you're their errand boy. It's kind of the way I look at it, you know?
Go talk to this person that's 5 feet away from me and then come back and talk to me again.
Yeah, exactly.
I got so mad at Dying Light 2 for doing that multiple times.
Yep.
Fuck you, Dying Light 2.
Me and Travis have an unposted video of this exact thing in World of Warcraft.
Oh, really?
Where it's like, can you go and dig up some dirt for me in this field? I'm sure it's on here somewhere. I'll just show it to you.
Yeah.
It's like, who made these quests? We're like doing this farmer's chores for him. I'm like, fuck, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, hey, go grab that thing right over there. Bring it back. Oh, the screwdriver. Can you go grab me that screwdriver? Okay. Okay. Thank you for doing that. Oh, wait. Now I'm going to walk. Like that one mission we were doing earlier with the bombs.
Yeah.
Like you talk to the guy, and then the next objective is walk 7 feet ahead of you and talk to him again.
And he
I'm
has
like,
the bomb ready.
Why didn't I just like
Walk up to him?
Yeah, why
Keep
didn't I
the
just
flow of
walk
the
up?
game going?
It was really dumb. I think missions tend to lose their luster in open world games, and then we have all these crafting and skill trees things that get so complex that they eventually like lose their power. And I'll talk more about that in a second. But like, you know, like we pick up all these different items, like everything's very different. Like for example, like we're picking up all this shit from all these things in Dying Light. Like you're going through all these chests and this, that, whatever. All these things have different names and like rarity tiers and this, that, whatever. Have you ever once looked at the names of any of this stuff you've picked up?
Fuck no.
I
Hell
just
no.
know scraps and rags. That's
Yeah.
That's like it.
I
So
don't
it's
even know
like-
that much. I just grab it, man. I
Yeah.
just fucking grab it and go.
So I'm like, why don't
I just see the
like,
colors. I'm like, oh, it's a better than
I don't
the
even see
last
the
one.
colors. I just grab it.
yeah,
I
yeah,
fucking
that's
grab
what I'm
it.
like.
I
I'm
grab
just like, let's just
everything.
move on. And it's just like they spend all this time like putting these names on all those different shit in here, but it's like,
Yeah, waste
why?
of time, guys. Way to go.
Because like one thing that I thought was really smart with Avengers is remember how they had like 5 currencies and then they were like, oh, this is dumb. Let's just go to 2 currencies.
Yeah.
And that's all we need. And it simplified the gameplay and made everything a lot better.
They should talk to Destiny because fucking Destiny.
And like, so the big
God.
issues with
Yeah.
like with little stuff like that, like not collectibles, but fucking just grabbing resources and all that. I feel like whenever it's an open world, they saturate it with it. They throw so much in there. For example, Dying Light 2, whenever you're running in there, you go into a building and you kind of forget the mission because you're just running around just grabbing every little fucking thing you can. Sometimes I run in there, I'm like, fuck it, I have enough money, I have enough fucking weapons, I'm done. I'm not grabbing any more shit. And that's what I did with, prime example, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I am done collecting chests. My weapons are good. Everything's good. I'm just fucking there to kill, and that's it. You and Sam run around and try to collect every fucking chest. It is goddamn pointless.
Well, I mean, you're at the highest level, so
now you are too.
Yeah,
and you're still doing it.
But I uninstalled the game.
Wow.
I thought we were done with it. We did all the content.
That's true. But anyways, but also with like for Breakpoint, the map is humongous, it's beautiful and all that, but they have so many fucking collectibles.
Yeah.
Like it is outrageous on how many collectibles they have. And if you have someone like my wife that wants to collect every single fucking thing in the game, that's all we're doing.
Yeah.
I'm running around killing shit. She's fucking in the helicopter picking up shit.
And none of the collectibles have any, like, they're so boring and useless.
Yeah,
like
useless.
It's like this little tidbit of information about a story that otherwise is garbage.
She doesn't even read it.
Yeah.
She just picks it up.
Yeah, just to check off those boxes.
Yeah.
And that's what's really irritating. It's like one of the things that I liked about like Riders Republic, for example, is that it's a big open world, but there's like 20 landmarks in the game.
Yeah.
And there's like seemingly tangible like goals to achieve to get all the collectibles, with the exception of the little stupid balloon things. There's like 400 of those. It's like I'm not gonna ever get all those.
God damn.
But it's like they're literally there for the purpose of just giving you something to do. And I don't like that they put stuff into open worlds. Need to have stuff in here that actually makes sense within the universe. Mm-hmm. And oftentimes it doesn't ever have any purpose. No. It's just there for the sake of being there.
I don't like that in Dying Light. I mean, you're a post-apocalyptic world a second time, because if you listen to the story, it's already happened once and it came back.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, how long have these people been here? A lot of these resources should be very scarce.
It's true.
And obviously, I think there should be like or missions or points of interest so you can run around the world and you open up, like you can fight off a bunch of zombies and then you can open up or pick a lock for some door and get better level loot, like purple loot. But then you go back and it's like, oh, it's there again. I'm like, what? Why is it here again? Why have to do all this over again? Like, it's cool, it's fine. It's like, but that is not very realistic.
So like, find it one and done, move on. Not that
That's
someone
what I thought.
ran back over there and hid shit in there. Like,
this would be a safe spot for it
again. Like, I think for Dying Light, it would have been played better to the world and the story if everything was more scarce. And so when you get these items and craft bombs and stuff, it's like, this is something I want to hold on to until I'm fighting like a boss.
Yeah.
So you wanted more of a survival aspect than anything.
Kind of like Left 4 Dead, where it's like, your weapons and ammo and stuff like that are very, very like rare to find. I mean, that's more realistic in that sense. We're like, I'm not going to use this Molotov right now because it's going to take me another 2 rounds probably, or 2 more missions to finally get enough resources to build that.
Right.
And this doesn't. I mean, this is just like you can just kind of throw it around, or you can just go buy it at a shop. So it's like, okay, you're getting money left and right. So it's like, it takes away some of that. It's just the story, like the thing that drives me nuts about it is like, for example, there's that one mission that I'm still on right now because I haven't progressed my story in about a week. But like you and I all 3 of us were playing that one time, and you were on that mission where you had to go fight the gang or whatever at the rival mission. Mm-hmm. And we walked past there, and it's like we have to encounter them, and there's dialogue that pops up. They're like, oh no, they're here, blah, blah, blah. We got to go kill them. And we were on a side quest, so we just kept on going. And it's like situations like that, the game enables you to just like, there's all this urgency in the story that you can easily just ignore and go off to do something else because there's other things to do. But it doesn't like make it to where like, oh, you have to do that or else the story's going to not complete or not going to progress forward.
It takes you out of the immersion of the game whenever stuff like that happens. Whenever it's so open world that you lose track of the story itself. And then also it's not that big of a deal, because if it's not a big deal to the story for you to go automatically over there, then why would it be a big deal to me?
Right.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
There's that one night mission we kept running by so many times. There's this girl hanging off of an edge of a building and something's going on below. Yeah.
Hell.
And it's like, oh, you have to teleport to the nighttime to do this. And I was like, we'll wait.
Save for later.
We keep running by. She's like, help me.
5 days later, she'll still be there.
I know. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. That's what's like really, I mean, that's what I found with this game and all the games I've been playing. It's just like over time, like the missions start to lose any substance to them because you get distracted going this way and that way and whatever. And it gets disjointed. Like you do a side quest that may be about X, Y, and Z thing, but you've already gone way past that point in the main story. So therefore that mission no longer has any like relevance in the timeline.
Yep.
And that can like break the story a lot.
Or you just become like super overpowered because you're doing a shit ton of side missions and not focusing in on the story.
Yeah. Right.
I keep going back to The Witcher
with the Assassin's Creed.
Yes. And right now, you're really powerful.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you're not super powerful, but
I like doing that.
Yeah.
coming to our games and
I like being powerful too.
kill everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Witcher like had this great story with interesting characters coming up, and everything keeps changing the dynamics of the story, and so you get pushed forward, but then you have all the cool Witcher side stuff you could do if you wanted to. Mm-hmm. Like I want stuff like that.
I want to go back and try and play Witcher again to see what it, because I mean a lot of people always talk about that being such a big deal, the side quests mattering so much and having such a big impact, and I want to see how they approached it because I don't see that in Cyberpunk. So I'm anxious to see what it's like with Witcher.
It's not there.
Yeah.
Like Skyrim had the same thing to a degree. The main story wasn't anything crazy, but all the side missions were amazing.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Right.
Probably more memorable than the story.
Right. Yeah.
But see, with those things, you can open up the lore, and that's another thing. There's too much to do in these games. They're trying to overwhelm them with stuff to do. 500 hours of content. Well, there's only a very small amount of people who are going to play that 500 hours of content.
Yeah.
So why put all that in there for a very small amount of people? Why not just make a really good story and then start branching off from there to open up the world and add different points so people can get a better understanding of who lives in the world and what's going on?
Well, because like you guys said before, it's just some people play these games and this is all they play. Sure, so you gotta fill it up with as much content, and they get lazy with filling in with content because mostly it's just you having the bullet point. You're just an errand bitch, and you just fucking run back and forth because someone's too lazy to go grab a fucking fork for their spaghetti. Sorry, I don't know where that came from.
Yeah. Yeah.
I should make side quests.
I know, right?
Exactly.
It's like skins these days. You just fuck. Here's some. There it is.
There it is.
I'll make another one in about 5 seconds.
Yeah, it'd be fine. One of the things I think should happen. So I have a couple of bullet points here about like how to fix these situations. So like one of them is like having the story complement the activities in the world. So like if you see something happening in the world that should impact in some way, it doesn't have to be significant, but impact in some way the main storyline in some capacity, or vice versa. And I think like a lot of the issues is that we have this massive space that we explore that because it's so open, you can easily, see this quest over here, but I'm going to go all the way over here because I need to unlock all this stuff. Yeah. They limited the exploration was around the story a bit. I think that could be a way to still have that massive space that eventually you can go and explore all you want once you like beat the story or whatever, but like have it to where there's something that makes sense in the aspect of the story, not just like an invisible wall that they put up that allows you to focus in on the area. One thing I liked a lot was like in Valhalla, that was a big, massive open world, but they made you focus in on a region by having you go capture territories, by building like rapport with like people in this region. So it isolated me to like one section. I could go around to other places, but my goal was to stay in this area because of the fact that I was helping that area to gain control and get them on my side to build an alliance. And I thought that was kind of an interesting mechanic for a big, huge, massive open world that I was able to do that.
And plus, a lot of open world games, they do that. They set you up where you have to accomplish. It's a massive open world, but there's a tiny area where you have to slowly accomplish things to move forward.
Right.
And some games just don't. For example, Dying Light 2, you kind of just can run all over the place. There's no like, the island that we're on is huge, but they don't minimize it where you can focus in on one area. And that's why I like to do all the side quests in the closed off area and try to move forward.
Yeah.
Even though those side quests are taking me in out of those little areas I want to be at. So,
well, I think that's why I didn't like Breath of the Wild.
Yes.
Because I was not limited in like everything. I could go anywhere. Mm-hmm. It didn't matter. And I was like, well, if I go this direction, I'm going to get my ass kicked by X number and Z people, which is to my own detriment, I guess. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to have that. I want something to like kind of contain me so that I can enjoy the story the way that the story was meant to be told.
Well, I'm
Maybe
pretty
it's
sure
not meant to be told that way.
I'm pretty sure with that one they meant to do that on purpose to make you realize, okay, this area is too hard for me. I need to go back and figure out a different path where it's easier for me to navigate. And that was their whole purpose of that game, is to help you, to lead you but not lead you, to do it that
to have
way.
you learn by doing, I guess.
Yes.
Is more than kind of what the
Learn from your
goal was
fucking
there.
mistakes.
Kind of a Souls game.
Yeah.
Souls mentality.
Yeah.
Which that's annoying in its own because
Yeah, I
you
don't
have
like it.
no like real path of where to go.
Yeah.
And you just kind of want someone to guide you a little bit, especially in an open world that big.
Right.
Is just outrageous.
I think they did a good job with it because you would see the shrine. It's like, oh, there's something shiny over there. Let me go check that out.
Yeah.
And you can get up on a mountain and look around and be like, oh, there's something over here and something over there. You can mark it on your map, and then you can start heading that direction.
Yeah.
You start going somewhere, and eventually you run into. That was the whole thing of just go nuts, explore, find cool shit, and the game is the adventure.
Yeah.
With the story tacked on,
Yeah.
which for me was great at the time.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's what to expect and what you want.
Yeah.
Definitely not your game.
Because it was too open. Maybe that's what it was.
Too open.
Maybe I need a more linear story. I don't know. Maybe
there's
that's
several
what it is.
parts. I was like, fuck, I don't know what to do right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I always had, I mean, for me, there was a whole other conversation I have about that because like the whole breaking of weapons and shit like that was like really
fuck off
irritating.
that. That
and
was annoying as
all the
shit.
survival aspects that were in there with like having to like,
Stay
I had a
warm.
mission. I had to get up on the freaking hill, and I was like, couldn't stay alive. Yeah, I didn't have like the stuff that was warm enough, so I was like, well, I don't know what to do anymore. I'm gonna just quit.
Yeah, that part
so I
was
quit.
annoying because you had to go talk to some guy to make some fucking potion, and you didn't have any inkling that you had to do that at all.
Yeah.
So
You had to go on the west side of the island into the hut and talk to him.
yeah,
But you didn't know he was there.
you didn't know he
And
was
I
there.
skipped that hut. I skipped it because I saw it and I was like, I don't need to go in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
See.
yeah, you go to the.
So yeah,
Stupid.
that's fucking yeah. I had to look
I
up a lot of things.
Yeah. It's not. I don't want a Souls game. I don't want that shit.
No,
Are you gonna get Elden Ring, Austin?
Yes.
Are you? Are you gonna get Elden Ring?
No,
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Are you gonna get it?
Oh no, definitely not. But I'm glad you're getting. So I wanted somebody to
Who the
get
fuck's
it.
gonna play with me then? I need co-op here.
is it
I
co-op?
don't know
Yes,
if
it's co-op.
I question like
If it's
I don't
actually
know if it's
co-op.
actually co-op.
I don't think it is.
I feel like, I mean, it's co-op, but I don't.
I mean,
it's
if
like
it's-
you drop in to help somebody,
Yeah,
but it's not. It's like Far Cry co-op, where you're like having no progression happen in your
Ugh.
space at all. Like
yeah, it's not
Dying
worth
Light,
it.
we were pissed off because if I do a mission in Austin's game world, it doesn't apply to my game world, which I think is stupid.
doing Dying Light again.
Yeah, it's a Dying Light situation, so that's just dumb. But
Is it-
no, I don't think anything carries over to your own game. I don't believe in this one.
That's ridiculous. I don't like that.
I don't like that either. Come on, people. How hard is it?
Yeah.
I guess hard.
Very
So,
hard. So hard it's not gonna be put in.
One other thing I want to talk about too is like, we were talking about those missions with, you go up to a guy and he's like, hey, go do this shit for me. Or, I need you to go find this other dude. And like, nobody ever does anything with you. And one thing I liked about Ghost of Tsushima is that you had these side quests that were like very story driven with these people. But those characters, when they said, hey, we need to do X, Y, and Z, they actually went with you.
Yeah.
Like you actually would have people that came with you
Came
on a
with you.
journey.
That's
and it
nice.
wasn't just me like just running around being
And I think
fucking
that's
an errand boy.
That's good storytelling. That
Yeah.
that makes
They
you
talk to
immerse
you.
into the game.
Yes.
God, I want to play Ghost.
I
of
will-
and they
come-
talk to you on the journey too,
I'm
which
gonna
is cool.
come with you. Get my fork,
Tsushima. Get my fork. I need that for my spaghetti.
but you
Yeah.
gotta carry it back.
Yeah,
That's right.
it's too
Yeah.
heavy.
But that kind of stuff, like I feel like Ghost of Tsushima I think Ghost of Tsushima actually did a great job with
I
open
want to
world.
play that game again
Because
Don't
that was
talk
like
about it.
one where it had a bunch of like collectible things and things to like mark off, but I felt like everything, like it either had you explore an area that was really beautiful that you wanted to uncover. It also allowed you to just open up the map more, but then all the stories actually had a little bit of like gravitas to them. I mean,
Yeah.
there were some
Yeah.
like side
And
quests that
also-
were kind of like silly or whatever, but most of them, like even the one with the freaking dude, the drunk dude, or not the drunk dude, the dude was always stealing shit. Whatever his name was.
Yeah, I know what you're
forgot.
talking
Like he wasn't a main character, but he was freaking hilarious, and there was like some good stuff with like
and
him
he had
stuff
great
like that.
development
Yeah,
as a character.
and
yeah,
they brought
as a
him
supporting
into
character.
the
Yeah.
DLC too, which I thought was
Yes.
really cool.
And the key thing about that, their collectibles in that game, they were actually useful.
Yeah.
And it wasn't oversaturated. Even the flags you collected would unlock cosmetics for your horse, and you learn history about that flag whenever you go turn it back in.
Right.
You learn history about that particular, not army, but clan, and how they fell and how they related to the main character in that game. So,
and the items you picked up, I thought were really good too, because it's like you pick up supplies. You weren't picking up a bunch of shit that had a bunch of different names. It's just a bag of supplies.
Yeah.
Or you pick up flowers, and every item had a purpose in the world. It wasn't like, oh, you got this little thing and this little thing, and like half the shit you're going to sell off as valuables or whatever. I was like,
thank you.
Right.
Let's just say Ghost of Tsushima is the best open world game I've ever
best
existed.
open world game. Phenomenal.
Yeah, that's how you should design open world
One of
games.
the best.
Yeah.
Witcher 3. God dang. Come on.
I mean, that's all right.
I played. It is too much.
I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it.
But yeah, like definitely getting into fixes. You got to have that main story that's going to carry someone all the way through with characters, a decent, diverse amount of characters who are all going to change at the end.
Yes.
Like that's the thing. Like with the drunk guy in Ghost of Tsushima, like he has an arc.
Yeah, he had a really good arc.
But he has an arc, and it's like you want to see that. That's how you get attached to people.
Yeah. Even like Red Dead Redemption 2 and 1, like those are freaking gigantic games with gigantic open worlds. But I felt like a lot of what was in that world made sense and like worked. I mean, there was still like some of those situations where you can walk by something and like skip a story beat for like ever, and there's still people sitting over here dying on the side of a ravine or whatever. But ultimately, it's like there was stuff that you stumbled upon that you were like, oh, this is really cool. I need to go do this now. Like there was a sense of urgency to like, I ran by somebody who was yelling and screaming outside of their house or whatever and needed help. I was like, I'm not going to let that person screaming like leave. But then in Dying Light 2, there's just random screams that are just happening just to add atmosphere, but they don't have any context to the universe.
I was like, that'd be so cool to like go chase one of those down and be like, oh, I'm going to save you.
Yeah, yeah. But no, it's just like a girl screaming in the background because it's a world that has people screaming.
Or the baby that's constantly crying and dying like too. I constantly hear a child crying. I'm like, do I need to save a baby somewhere? Looking around, and just, okay.
It's rough.
Okay. You're a
It's
dead
very
baby.
rough. So looking at we have Horizon Forbidden West coming out soon. Horizon Zero Dawn had an open world, and that was one that like there was so much shit to do that eventually I fell off of it because I didn't realize how much I hadn't unlocked with the world. I'm worried that's going to have the same problem here. And what else do we have coming out this year that's going to be like big open world game?
Saint Rose.
Oh yeah, Saints Row.
Saint Rose.
That's probably going to have a similar problem as well.
More than likely.
It's just like
there's a lot of open world video games, and I can't think of one off the top of my head, and I should have looked into it. But there's a lot of them that just feel empty. Like you jump into it, it's just empty.
Pokemon
completely.
Arceus, man.
Oh yeah, Pokemon Arceus.
How was the open world for Immortals Phoenix Rising?
That one was nice. There was a lot of stuff going on. There was enough enemies around to be hesitant. I didn't feel like it was kind of like Breath of the Wild, where I didn't know exactly where to go or how to start everything off. It kind of led me into the right zone, just like how you explained with Valhalla, where you go do little missions here and there. But it did give me a poning if I go somewhere where I wasn't supposed to. It effed me up. But it was fun. The side missions were fun. It helped me upgrade. There wasn't really a resource to collect or anything like that. You can collect money, of course, and that's basically about it. But that game's open world was pretty good. It was more of a easier version of Breath of the Wild. That's how I like to put it. It was nice to play.
Yeah.
So I highly enjoyed that game. So I meant to play the DLC, but from what I heard, it was just the same game, but in a Asian theme.
Yeah.
So, but instead of Greek gods, it was the Chinese gods.
Interesting.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I highly recommend that game. That game is fun.
Cool. I have it. Just need to play it.
Yeah, you need to play it.
One of these days. 2029.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll be playing it for sure. It'll be
That
great.
open world was good.
Yeah. I just realized the menu system in Horizon Zero Dawn is very similar to Dying Light 2 a little bit.
Yeah.
There you go.
The whole little bottom left thing going on there.
Yeah, but it was only third person.
Yeah, I know.
For reals. Yeah. Yeah. What do y'all think about the first person in Dying Light?
It's what they started off with, and they just went with it. I don't like it at all. I think it's hard with the combat system, especially now since it's a fighting melee focus, and then just the running around. I would like to see it all happen in third person. I feel like it'll be better, but
like when it was first person, I was like, so when do we get guns?
you actually can get a finger gun.
Oh, that's cool.
Really?
Yeah, you unlock that. Yeah,
Nice.
It just goes like this.
Hey, why isn't he stopping?
He won't die.
He won't die.
But yeah,
Yeah. Well, what do you all think is like best open world game you've ever played?
The Witcher 3.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah. I think that's mine too.
Yeah.
Good shit. Yeah. I love it.
Great.
Arkham Knight is pretty good. It was open
Okay.
world,
I
but
forget
it
about that
wasn't.
being open world. Yeah.
too.
What was so nice about that one? It was open world, but it wasn't too big. I was able to realize where everything was at after playing like a couple hours. I know exactly where to go and the fastest routes to go with the Batmobile. I think a lot of games need to go back to that. Like with Grand Theft Auto Vice City, I remember every little turn detail. I know where to go in that game. And it was still open world and nice. It wasn't as big. So something like Breakpoint, I have no clue where I'm driving to.
Right.
So I have to fly everywhere. So it's just
Yeah.
Speaking of Grand Theft Auto, I did like Grand Theft Auto 5 quite a bit.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. I mean, it's like, it was one of those open worlds that I feel like it was very big, but there was so much density to it.
yes.
That I think I really appreciate. I think that's what I struggle a lot with Breath of the Wild is that, I mean, there was a lot to do in Breath of the Wild, but I feel like it wasn't a dense world. Everything was pretty spread out. And Arceus is like totally even worse than that. Like very, very bad. And that there's a few things to pick up and whatnot. But like Breath of the Wild is very much focused on like, you have these like points of interest that are scattered around. That's like, you go and discover what those things are. Whereas like in Grand Theft Auto, it's just, I like to just like go up to this thing and just like look at this freaking building with the structure and this stuff, whatever, because it's so detailed and so interesting.
I guess that's another thing then. It's just like if the world is interesting enough to want to go explore it.
Yeah. I mean, that is one thing I do like about Dying Light too, is that there is a lot of things that you can, I mean, a lot of it's kind of the same, like
The same
buildings that rinse and repeat, but there's a few buildings in there that I'm like, oh, hey, this is kind of cool. I found this like swimming pool that's overrun and shit like that. And there's shit inside I can go explore and points of interest that are kind of appealing, but that's not to say that that's a good example, but it has some things. I think Fallout actually does a good job at that, of having like, as much as I don't care for Fallout, I feel like there's a lot of things in those worlds that there's a lot of stuff you're like, oh, that is a really interesting looking building way over there that I want to go loot and travel through. And there might be some like story bits that you find as you're like navigating inside of that little town or whatever that might be.
Yep. Find a little side mission.
Yeah. That's nice to see.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Stuff like that.
Right.
You know, it helps open the world up. I mean, you need it.
Right. I like
It's not
it.
necessarily a fetch quest, because some people are like, oh, I'm going to come with you. Come with me over here. My family's here. And you're like, oh, where's your family? You're like, we got ya.
What do y'all think of Spider-Man for open world?
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh, yeah. And that one's so interesting because, like, you know, you're never on the ground.
Yeah.
So, but just like being able to fly, just the mechanic of it. And that's what I'm hoping Forspoken's like, because it's supposed to be so much like traversal, like fast moving traversal through the world. I like that fast paced aspect of like seeing the world in a different light.
Yeah. So how you travel would help as well.
Yeah.
That's where the collectibles matter, too. Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go find the backpacks on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started playing it again recently.
A lot of good story
Oh, you
bits
did?
to that.
Oh, nice.
Oh, really? Okay.
I started playing Miles Morales in the fall, and then I kind of fell off of that. And I was like, let me play Spider-Man. You know, I haven't played that
Yeah, I
in a
think I
while.
played it and I beat it just recently again as well. I think when I was on the deployment. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Miles Morales was freaking awesome, man.
Yeah, it was.
So, I mean, Spider-Man was awesome too, but Miles Morales I actually was able to 100%, which was really nice. So, you know, because it was like 13
Wasn't
hours
too
of
much.
gameplay. It
Yeah.
wasn't too much. Yeah. But yeah, it's like every story beat in there. It's like, you know, you're collecting the backpacks or whatever. You're collecting like the little, it was the backpacks, wasn't it? There was like little like souvenir bits in there.
Yeah,
that
souvenir
gave you a
bits
story
that help
about-
you unlock a costume or something like that later on down the road.
Yeah.
But gave you
Good
the
shit.
history of Peter Parker because he was already older and all that jazz, and there's just mementos from his past. So.
Yeah. So looking at open worlds, I think that there's been some good ones out there, but I feel like we're definitely I feel like there's more bad open worlds than there are good open worlds. And that's what's really frustrating is that Dying Light is an example of something that they tried so hard to build such a big space. And I think they probably just had scope creep that they encountered through the development process that led to them having to cut a bunch of stuff. And now it's just like, it's there, but it's so gamey. I think that's the biggest problem. It's like feels too much like a game and not enough like a living world that you can encounter.
They just don't have a story that's been fleshed out enough to really, I mean, you got a weird story where this guy's trying to find his sister, and you have these flashbacks.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about. I don't care.
Like, he gets bit by one of the crazy
zombie things,
like strong
predator-looking motherfucker.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, you're turning into a zombie. You got to get your immunity pills so you don't do that. And it's just like, okay, so where are we going with this thing? Like, we haven't even talked about the sister in I don't know how long.
So I think the key thing about the open world game is the story. The story just has to fucking be there, so you want to get immersed in this world and lose yourself in it. For example, Dying Light 2 is not that good open world game. Spider-Man, you get immersed in the world of New York City, goes to Tsushima. You get immersed in Tsushima. What's another bad open world game? Pokemon Arceus? Arceus?
Yeah, Assassin's
or
Creed
maybe it's
Odyssey.
Arceus. I don't know.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Maybe,
that one,
I never played it, so I don't know yet.
It's not the worst.
It's not the worst, but it's on the verge of being the worst.
I think Far Cry.
Far Cry,
yeah. With that.
Far Cry has gotten there.
Yeah, Far Cry is most.
The fucking Ubisoft game, Division 2.
Watch Dogs.
Division 2 is absolute trash. That story shouldn't even exist.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
Once I beat the game, I didn't even realize I beat the game. I thought I was just like, that was it.
Basically, the ones that do nothing but open world games, Ubisoft, are the ones that need to stop doing open world games.
Yes, please. I love them. Everything.
Or not make it so big.
Yeah.
Like if they do it like they did just with like Arkham Knight. It's a perfect open world game, not too big but not too small.
Yeah.
Still can.
That's what I like a lot. Is like where it's small enough to where you can get like I want there to be the density. I think is a big part of it.
Yeah.
Like having it be a very dense world doesn't have to be huge. Doesn't need to be like, oh, we have the biggest map kilometers we've ever seen.
God,
in the history of
people
games.
love bragging about that shit.
I'm like, I don't care how many kilometers you got. Is it a good
Check
world?
for marketing.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
I will say I appreciate Dying Light's. They actually show faces of enemies and stuff.
Yeah,
because like in Division 2. Everyone's like generically wearing similar stuff with helmets on, and that's just the bad guys. Like here they are. We don't need faces.
Rinse and repeat. Yeah,
they're just some bad people with masks on all the time, and you just kill them. That is not accurate at all.
Yeah, I kind of get lost in the sauce with Dying Light 2. I'll hit one of my civilians thinking they're a bad guy every once in a while.
Wait, because the bar will come up?
Yeah, the bar will come up automatically like, fuck you. Oh my God, why'd you hit me and run away? And I'm like,
sorry.
Oh shit, my bad. Fuck.
I'm really anxious to see what you think about Elden Ring Austin because I've been hearing early talks of that. Like people are obsessing over the world.
Really?
Yeah, like it's getting really high praise. So, and I mean, these are people that like usually aren't into that stuff at all, but they're like definitely say. I mean, a lot of George R. R. Martin influences in there, but apparently it's supposed to be a really good one to like roam and explore and discover new things and everything. So I'm hoping that is true, and it's not just like pre-hype that comes out because
it's pre-hype.
You never know, but
pre-hype.
Yeah, it's all pre-hype. Yeah,
it's all pre-hype.
Hype before the game release.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe it'll be Austin's game of the year. It'll blow them away. You never know.
I wish something would blow me away. So far, it's been.
Hey, come on, Dying Light, man! Come on, this is good shit.
I mean, Horizon.
Hey, you know what's gonna be Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. That's just gonna be great.
Yeah, I need to be Dying Light 2 before that comes out.
Yeah, same.
Me too.
Yeah.
I need to be Dying Light before Friday.
Oh yeah,
Why?
Horizon.
Oh, Horizon.
Oh shit! Good
Wrap
shit.
this shit up so I can go home.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. That is going to be it for our open world discussion. Basically, we want more world context, and I mean, want there to be more context to the world and the story.
Better stories.
Yeah, I think the open world should be a key component of the narrative. And a lot of times it's not. It's just there to exist. And I don't like that. Give us some good shit, Make it happen. Maybe Elden Ring will do that for us. Maybe the next Grand Theft Auto will do it. Horizon Forbidden West might do it. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But if there's a topic you want to hear us discuss in the future, you should email us at hello@theinnergamer.net. And you can also join us in our Discord channel. That link is in the show notes. We'll be right back with our upcoming video game releases. Stay tuned. Looking forward to the next few weeks. We're going to talk about upcoming video game releases. But first, we have something else that you should be looking forward to. If you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we are coming back with our live events. We will be at Maple Branch Brewing Company here in Fort Worth, Texas. So you should come out February 24th. That is a Thursday, February 24th. And come see us. Come hang out. We're going to be playing some Switch games. We're going to have several setups going on. There will be beer. There will be wine. There will be food. And there will be discounts for you guys. $2 off your beers. $3 off your pretzels. No, the other way around. No, hang on.
Oh, my God.
That is
discounts. There'll be discounts.
Discounts.
No, it's $2 off the beers and $3 off the pretzels.
There we go.
On your tab all night. So come out. Say you're with the Inner Gamer. Get some beer. Get some food. And play some games with us. We'd love to see you out there in Fort Worth. So don't miss it. Austin, what games we got coming this week?
Yes. On the 17th, we have Total War Warhammer 3. The cataclysmic conclusion to the Total War Warhammer trilogy is coming. Rally your forces and steep into the realm of chaos, a dimension of mind-bending horror where the very fate of the world will be decided when you conquer your daemons or command them.
Are you going to play this game, Austin?
No.
It's a Warhammer game.
I know. I tried to get into the second one or the first one, and it was just a lot going on.
I know. It's a very heavy strategy game.
I can't. It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. So I will not be playing the final chapter.
Well, releasing on the 18th, we have Horizon Forbidden West is finally here on PS5 and PS4, where you explore distant lands, fight bigger and more awe-inspiring machines, and encounter astonishing new tribes as you return to the far future post-apocalyptic world of Horizon. The land is dying. Vicious storms and an unstoppable blight ravage the scattered remnants of humanity while fearsome new machines prowl their borders. Life on Earth is hurtling towards another extinction, and no one knows why. Reunite with old friends, forge alliances, and unravel the legacy of an ancient past while staying one step ahead of a seemingly undefeatable enemy.
Ooh, creepy. And on the 22nd, it's Destiny 2, The Witch Queen. Dive into Savathun's Thorn world to uncover the mystery of how and her Lucent Hive stole the light. Learn the secrets of the crafting new weapons and new glaive and survive the truth within her web of lies. Is this a spider? Is the witch a spider?
It's a witchy spider.
The web of lies.
And coming on the 24th, we have Martha's Dead to all platforms. Martha's Dead is a dark first-person psychological thriller set in 1944 Italy and blurs the lines between reality, superstition, and a tragedy of war. Where did you find this game, Brett?
It actually looks really good.
Really?
I think Travis would really like it.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Coming on the 25th, we have Elden Ring on all platforms. This is a game where you rise, tarnished, and be guided by grace to brandish the power of the Elden Ring and become an Elden Lord in the lands between Lord of the Ring. Oh, sorry, Elden Ring. A vast world where open fields with a variety of situations and huge dungeons with complex and three-dimensional designs are seamlessly connected. As you explore, the joy of discovering unknown and overwhelming threats awaits you, leading to a high sense of accomplishment.
Did you say Lord of the Rings on purpose, or did you just
Yeah, no, that was on purpose. No, yeah, that was totally on purpose.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Because
Also,
every time I see Elden Ring, it looks just like the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it does,
I feel like
actually.
they ripped it off, but it's fine.
Probably. Why not?
okay. Also on the 25th is Grid Legends. Get your motorsports ready, go and fucking driving, Brett. Grid Legends delivers a thrilling wheel-to-wheel motorsport action. Create dream race events. I couldn't read that part because it was so tiny. Hop into live races, experience a dramatic virtual production story, and embrace a sensation of spectacular racing. How's it going to be a dramatic visual production story?
No, virtual production story. So they are actually doing live action recordings for some of this stuff, which is pretty crazy. So there's like a live action story that's tied in.
Didn't Need for Speed do that?
Yeah, probably. It was terrible.
NBA 2K did that.
I actually used to play Grid back in the day, and I had a blast with it. So racing game fans out there are having like a field day, because we have Forza Horizon 5, we have this game coming out, we have Gran Turismo, like, oh, it's so good.
All 5 of them.
Boner City.
And that's going to wrap up our show this week. Be sure and check us out in 2 weeks for more from your favorite game podcast. If you like what you hear, you can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. And don't forget to join us on twitch.tv/gamergamers every Wednesday at 7. And of course, live at our event, February 24th at Maple Branch Brewery. We'll see you there.
You can also join us in on the conversation on their Discord channel. Check out the show notes for the link. If you want to support our show, you can donate on our website at theinnergamer.net. All donations go towards making the podcast, videos, and streams even better.
And as always, if you cannot contribute monetarily, please take time to share this episode with a friend, family member, or loved one. The more eyes we get in front of our content, the faster we grow, and it helps more than you know. So thank you for continued support. My name is Austin Morales.
I'm Brady Noski.
And I'm Jason Hobbs.
And I'm getting the fuck out of here. You've been listening to the Inner Gamer Podcast. Catch you guys in 2 weeks. Podcast out.